I'm always watching it on studio, and then it always says
there it is.
Not working.
Come on.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Drinking Buddies, episode 7. Oh boy, it says it's not available. Are people seeing this? Because mine says not available.
Yeah, mine's up.
Episode 7, we're Christmas cocktails. Every time it does that.
It's frozen, Rob.
Here we are. We're live. It's totally frozen?
On mine.
I'm watching it on. Vito still says waiting. What's going on?
Vito says waiting.
Yeah,
I see it.
You're seeing it? Why am I not seeing it? We really need to.
It's not. Excuse me. Let me hit play.
Hi everyone. Tell us if you can see us. Hey, says DJ Succotash. Oh, I know who that is.
PJ Slots dealing poker this night. Hate to miss these shows. Oh, that was from earlier. I think on Vino's channel.
We've got ABV Drinker. How's it going? Guys, let us know if you're seeing the stream because we're not sure if we're live yet.
Engage with your audience. Show your support.
Succotash in the house. All right, Matt is in the house. The Iceman is here.
No, that's not. Hello, everyone.
I'm seeing a black screen. Is anyone's?
I know everything looks fine to me.
You're all seen, heard. You look and sound awesome.
Yeah, my channel, everything.
Oh, there we go. It seems.
Caesar's here.
Oh, we're seeing. Okay, so we're live. There we go. Took a while to get going.
Hello, Caesar. Hello, ABV Drinker.
We definitely need a better. This is why I need that little counter videos. We have like 2 minutes to figure out the It does still say we got a kind of a stream health. That's good. All right, so welcome, guys. A little belated.
I'm
for 2 minutes, but Joe says we're fine. This is episode 7. We're making Christmas cocktails tonight. Merry Christmas, everyone. And tonight we've got myself, Rob from Rob's Home Bar. We got Vino from 60 Second Cocktails, Dave from Booze on the Rocks, and our guest tonight, we got Jess from Savage Kitchen.
Hello.
And guys, since we're streaming this on everyone's channel, if you don't want to miss out on all the comments, because comments on various channels will only appear on those channels. So we're asking everyone to go and watch it on Vino's channel, 60 Second Cocktails. You're not going to hurt our feelings if you're not watching on our channel, but that way everyone's in the same channel and we can all kind of all collaborate and converse in one place. It'll just be better that way.
Sounds good.
And I'm starting the night off with some aged eggnog in my moose mug. Gotta have the Christmas Vacation moose mug. This is actually the aged. What's that?
The little wooden fan from the movie.
Yeah, I know. That thing just looked annoying. I would break it and never be able to put it back together.
Hey, Joe is in the house. Nice.
Damo.
Yeah.
Damo's here.
Iceman.
Recovery.
Everybody's getting in.
Nice,
Iceman made the eggnog as well. How do you like yours? This is about 3 weeks old now. This is aged eggnog. So you're a little more than that, almost a month. You're supposed to age it. This has a fair amount of rum, bourbon, and cognac in it.
Excellent.
Got Peter Boomer in the house.
How is everybody today?
Peter, how's it going? Stefan, hey.
Stefan, hello, Stefan.
Oh, Stefan.
So we have to pick a favorite. Stefan, you know who you're supposed to pick, okay?
Hey Rob, have you ever tried using that in a cocktail?
I haven't. I noticed a few people like Iceman used it in his Christmas martini, and it was the Manhattan Project? They used eggnog in their Christmas martini as well.
But they use the aged one.
They use an aged one as well.
Like
yeah,
Cross or something, man. Can you imagine that with some Smith & Cross?
I thought about using Smith & Cross.
You got to mention it every episode. That's the only reason I did that.
We're looking for a sponsorship.
I got this great Smith & Cross bottle that's full of flavor and funk and that overpowering kick. I love it.
Where's mine?
So if you're from Smith & Cross, please reach out to me. I will be
glad on the bar
at
all times.
Smith & Cross. Drinking Buddies. Brought you by.
Smith & Cross, not yet the official sponsor.
Soon to be, hopefully.
Every episode we're gonna try. One of these days they'll pick it up.
All right,
thank you, Stefan.
Stefan picks flannel every time.
Smith & Cross. But you had Smith & Cross in the chat. Put it in there. That way also Smith & Cross sees it in the chat.
Yeah, everyone just write Smith and Cross in the chat.
Thank you, Secretary. All right.
Oh, Tyler made the eggnog as well. Yeah, it's excellent.
Fantastic.
So Tyler, tell us, how long did you age yours, Rob? Because yours you said is how old already?
It's going on a month.
On a month?
It'll be a month like next
Okay.
week. I made it
How could
early
you let it
November,
last that
mid-November, so it'll be about a month next week.
How
I
could
saw
you let it
something
last
from
that long?
Educated Barfly today saying that he was opening a year-old bottle that he had done, I think this week.
That's all. Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Is I if there's any left, it made a pretty big batch, but if there's any left, I'd like to keep a small bottle until next year and see how much the flavor
Changes?
changes over a year.
It shouldn't change too much. It'll just depend
Hey, Ann.
on pre-authorization.
And what am I drinking? I'm not drinking yet, but maybe
No,
I should.
I'm the only one who poured something to start the day off.
I'm just gonna have a bottle and go. I'm starting with.
Nice.
Just a sec, Jess. Please show us how to properly open the bottle of champagne.
Are you
with
sabering it?
sparkling wine.
Saber it. Saber it.
I'm
Oh
not
my God,
savoring
you almost
the
lost on
topic.
that. You almost lost Jess live.
Come on, it would have been the best live ever. As our camera goes.
We
You-
finally
I
go
wanna try
viral. We finally go viral.
I mean, there's so many videos on like TikTok or YouTube of people sabering wrong, and it's just horrible.
Oh, I would definitely lose a limb. There's absolutely no question. It won't
Yeah,
stop.
I've
me.
never done it, but I understand the process. You have to find like the seam,
Mhm.
and it's not about whack. You don't whack the bottle with the sword. You
No,
run
it's
the
supposed
sword
to be
along the
smooth.
edge.
Isn't there also there's a heating process you can try too that's supposed to
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
I've
sure
seen
how that
with
works.
a-
Nah,
with a-
that's
with
too
a-
much
I've
effort.
seen
You
that,
want
yeah.
You want to just
That's a great way to also, like, if you break the cork inside the
Pete,
bottle, it's a way.
how's
great
it
way to
going?
get it out. So Matt says that he's had it in the back of the fridge for a year. His eggnog.
yeah.
Yeah, or he's had it, or he's keeping
No,
it
he
for
says
a year.
I have a bottle in the back of the fridge for a year.
Okay. Is that what you meant, Matt? I assumed he
Year.
meant he was keeping it there for
I
next
mean,
year.
yeah, are you gonna try it, Matt? You gonna bring it out?
Saber.
Yeah, go for it. Hey,
we need
Stefan.
support.
Stefan, what kind
No,
of beer
not for
should
a
we
year.
be
I
Yeah,
wanted
he's
to
gonna
be
keep it
there
there for a year.
Oh, so you just wishful thinking.
All right, so Matt, you and me next year we'll do it together. We'll
So
test it
next
out.
Christmas live stream, we'll have the same crew back,
There you go.
Yeah.
and we'll have emergency response on the just in case.
I just
Oh,
had-
my teaching career.
I just had really bad eggs.
Well, there's
All
a
right,
way
so
to
let's
actually
get this
keep
party
your eggs
started.
here.
All right, well, why don't we start with the latest first? Jess, what are you making for us, Jess?
Well, since I opened a bottle of champagne, so I have a theory for my cocktails tonight, right? I wanted to do cocktails that are great for holiday entertaining. So great for a Christmas party, a Hanukkah party, a Festivus party, whatever it might be.
Best of us for the
And-
rest of us.
Right. We're going to have an airing of grievances later. It's going to be fantastic. But
I have a lot of
love-
problem with you people, and now you're gonna hear about it.
And this is one of those, I feel like I'm kind of famous for not measuring. This is one of those you don't really need to measure cocktails.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a little bit of cranberry juice.
I'm gonna put my
Just a
screen. Is
little
this is the Chamberry
Mm-hmm.
Christmas? All right.
Chamberry
figured, yeah,
Christmas. And like this is good with so many different juices. It's essentially a mimosa.
Yeah.
But I like this because the cranberry has just a little bit of that bitterness to it.
Yeah.
And for a holiday party, you want a bitter drink to start. You want to open up people's palates. You want to entice the appetite. So we're going to have a little bit of bitter and then some champagne.
Well, you
And
know,
like really, it's just enough cranberry for color.
don't forget the ketchup.
The
The
ketchup.
bartender's ketchup.
Let's see.
So did
And
you
then
start-
we
did
have
you
to
start-
garnish.
You started with the champagne, Jess? Or you already made
Oh,
it?
yeah.
She's starting with it. Did-
You always start with champagne.
No, I
You should
mean
probably
when
end
you
with
were
champagne
mixing it.
too. And then we're just gonna take some. I've got some sugared cranberries, which I made because hold on. I didn't strip the end of this enough, so let's strip the end of it. Let's try again.
For those
So I
of
have
you who
some sugared
don't know,
cranberries.
Savage Kitchen, not only do they make cocktails, they make fantastic desserts with booze, especially bourbon.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Lots of bourbon
She's-
products.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of bourbon.
She's
I've
made some fantastic cakes and some recent marshmallows. Oh,
In fact, I was telling the guys I actually have to snack on a bowl of marshmallows.
Where's my marshmallows?
Now, here's the deal, guys. So Jess sent everyone here
Except for me.
She sent everybody here a care package. The 2 Canadians got it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The American, the Vino, doesn't get it. Can you believe this?
And
Hey,
then
I
there'd
got
be
mine,
more.
but UPS threw it against the wall.
I know. I'm
UPS
so upset.
UPS
They
ran
Nice
mine
spice.
over.
Apparently, I'm the only one who received it intact.
I know.
I didn't even get it. It was so damaged. The UPS didn't even bother delivering it.
Yeah, the UPS tracking literally said destroyed. Like they didn't even
yours,
try.
no,
No,
yours
it's
went
destroyed.
through
Are
LA
you serious?
and was in that area on the train tracks where
Hey,
everybody
Damo, how's it
threw
going?
packages.
No, I think it is. I think Jim Carrey delivered it in.
Yeah.
Just keeps it down the hall.
That opening scene from Pet Detective. That was your package.
Yep.
I know. Don't worry, Vino. I got you. I'll hand deliver it. How's
All
that?
right, all right.
Tyler, don't think I didn't see that comment about the eggs. Yes.
Yes, that is. It is
I
bad
definitely
eggs.
have a hard time cracking eggs. Anyway, this is our Chambéry Christmas. Perfect opener for a cocktail party.
Nice.
Cheers.
Nice.
Wow, look at that.
That looks
glass.
nice. That looks really good. Let's
Mm.
put those ingredients up on the board again for those who want to
Yes,
see.
yes. Ooh, that's
If
delicious.
anyone wants, this is a PDF. I've got all our
Jess, why don't you
recipes
tell
on
us a
it.
little bit about this
Definitely
spice syrup, girl? What's in it?
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
So
Because I've got a bit of the spice syrup right here.
Yep.
because
So this is
Vino's
actually-
got to use his imagination now.
I know Vino. So sad.
Just imagine something awesome.
The spice syrup
Delicious
is I
homemade
started
syrup.
making
Delicious
this-
homemade syrup.
I think I actually started making this during the year of the very first Mr. Black competition.
Mm.
And so it's actually the third cocktail I'm making tonight. I wanted a syrup that had all of my favorite spices in it. So this has vanilla, this has cinnamon, this has ginger, this has some orange zest, this has some star anise.
Yeah, I'm getting the
And-
star anise on it. It's definitely
Mhm.
come through. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
which is not a flavor. I feel like I don't know. It might be a little polarizing to people. I love that flavor personally.
I like it in small quantities and in the right place. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a big
Mhm.
fan of like absinthe
Absolutely.
forward drinks because it's way too
Right.
much anise. But a little bit of star anise is pretty good.
You
It's-
did not
I
have a
listen to
destructive
it
enough
simple, so-
childhood. Rob,
A little goes
What's
a
that?
long way.
Rob
Zach's
did
in the
not have a
house.
destructive enough childhood. Flaming Zambuca shots. Come on.
Oh, I love Sambuca.
You know, I
This is-
will
this is-
say that the last year for my champagne cocktails video, I did Anders Ericsson's version of the Death in the Afternoon, and because that one, the traditional version is literally just absinthe and champagne,
It's
like just that.
fantastic.
Oh, but Anders adds a
Sounds
little bit of simple syrup and a little bit of lemon juice, and just that just smooths it out a
You
bit.
want
and
to
it's
go
so
get a
much better.
bottle of absinthe, actually.
This is the first year that and making a little joke there. She says Vino loves licorice. I am not a fan of it, but this year I must have made like 5 cocktails with absinthe. I was like,
It's
what
good
is
for
going
you.
on? It just
You're
couldn't- I couldn't
experimenting,
stop making
pushing your
them.
boundaries. Push your boundaries.
Oh, Tiger
the ones that
Tail
like
is
all
the
the other
worst
ingredients in the
flavor of
cocktail.
ice cream.
Did you
Gross.
say Tiger Ball?
Tiger tail.
Tiger Tail
I've
ice
never
cream.
even heard of that. What is
It,
that?
it might be a Canadian thing, but Tiger Tail it's called Tiger Tail because it's orange and with
Hey,
a
Zach.
striped black, but it's basically orange orange like sorbet or maybe orange ice cream, and then it's got stripes of black licorice in it.
Ooh,
It's nasty.
I love that. That sounds amazing.
It's actually pretty good. If you like licorice at all, black licorice at all,
I love
The bees names.
black licorice.
Not for
That's
me.
such an old lady thing, dude. You're too
Hey,
hip. You're too hip
black
for that.
licorice is good for
Too
you.
cool for that.
Oh,
good
I love
for
it.
you.
Sambuca. Oh, absolutely love it.
Do you
Sambuca.
like-
I guess it
is
must be a
amazing.
Canadian
Do you
thing.
keep
Is
a little
got all the Americans now
butterscotch-
going,
a
I want
butterscotch
Tiger
sucker
Tail.
in your bag, Jess?
All right,
Hey,
so I'm
Jess,
gonna,
you keep a little butterscotch sucker in your bag too, like little.
All right, which one you got for us there, David?
I am going after the sparkling Christmas tree this year. And we're going to start this off with some Heyman's dry style gin from London. And I've written everything down wrong, but I need 2 ounces of cranberry juice as well. So 2 and 2, simple and easy.
Sparkling Christmas tree.
Oh, yes. Sparkling. Sparkling is fantastic. You need a little bit of simple syrup. You don't need a lot, just a half an ounce to soften it slightly. And we need a little bit of lime juice. Make sure, good tip, roll your lime, especially if you've had them a little bit and they're a little bit harder. because you just want to make sure that you open up all the cells and use a knife that's sharp enough to actually cut a lime. Now, for those of you who don't know or maybe new, a full lime will give you about a full ounce of juice, so you're good with a half a lime. And what we'll do is we're just going to shake this for a bit with some ice. And you got to remember, shake it with a smile.
Make sure you guys hit that like button, by the way. Make sure you hit that like button.
Hit that
What?
like button while David shakes away.
How many times can I hit that like button over and over?
Put some effort into it.
Hit it while he shakes every time.
Yeah. Remember, hit that like button twice. So we're just going to pour this in, and then you're just going to top this up with a little bit of soda.
Pro shake with the soda in the tin. I like that. That's great.
Do it.
And there you have a sparkling Christmas tree.
Well, that's pretty.
Sparkling. That is pretty.
That's got a pretty mouth.
In a set, Joe Martra. Yes, and a set.
Hey,
I do like
So-
anisette. I do like anisette.
What is
Mhm.
That's
anisette?
that's because I grew up with Italians. So that's why. I'm a little partial.
What for the Canadian here? What is anisette?
It's like anise. It's like fennel. It has that flavor, that liquor.
Yeah, it gives
But
you
what is
that
it,
black
like-
licorice
After
flavor.
dinner
liqueur.
cordial.
It's a liqueur.
Oh, okay, it's a liqueur.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
never
So that
seen.
is a very Italian family, like,
Mhm.
yeah, like after coffee
Yep, yep. Or in your
Interesting.
coffee. I drink it in my coffee.
in the coffee, yeah.
Yeah, little anisette with inside my cappuccino. Forgot it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Cappuccino. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, this gives you some light bubbles and refreshment, but it's very light. It's easy to drink. You get a little bit of cranberry, a little hint of the gin, and it's just balanced really nicely with the simple syrup and the lime. Exactly what you want to start your party off right.
Sounds delicious.
I love how Dave does it in such a like presentation. Like he does always does like a
Cool.
presentation.
It's like he's recording a video.
500 and some
Once
odd
we
videos
did-
later, yes.
That's what it is, exactly, dude. He records 3 times a week. He's always in that zone, man. He's like,
I'm so... But no, actually, it's really good, easy to drink. And you know what? You could actually pre-batch a bunch of this if you want for a party. Throw yourself in a bottle of sparkling water, and you could literally ladle it out like a punch.
Love it. You want
Comment
to
of
know.
the night right there.
So,
all right, I guess I'll go next.
All right, Vino's going next. I still have
What's
some
first? My
eggnog.
black,
so-
but the Black Manhattan, right?
Oh,
the,
is that what you're doing?
The Black Christmas. I mean, the Black Christmas.
I love myself a Black Manhattan.
Yeah, so the Black
Okay.
Christmas is just a like Christmas riff of the Black Manhattan. I mean, I basically it's the same recipe except I add some allspice jam and walnut bitters. And I gotta tell you, just that addition is unbelievable. It's so good. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of rye. I love my Rittenhouse. This is my workhorse rye. I don't even use any of the rye. This is literally the only one I even bother with.
which one do you use?
Rittenhouse.
It's good.
I like
Oh,
the Rittenhouse.
You know
brand.
what else is good? If you want to go slightly lower ABV, one of your favorite distillers puts out a rye whiskey.
No, don't worry. Put it right there. I'm
Bullet.
sorry.
Oh, I love the bullet rye.
makes a great rye.
The bullet
Yeah.
rye is really good as well. You just get
Yeah,
a
I
little
love
bit
the
more of that lift and a little bit of that more of that spice from the Rittenhouse because it is 50%.
I think that's why I like it.
ABV.
'Cause I usually mix it anyway. I don't drink rye neat, so I just usually mix it. So I do like that extra punch, that extra kick. You know what I mean?
I like the Redemption rye too.
Yep, that's good.
And Knobs Creek
Mhm.
makes a great rye as well.
Yep.
Okay, so that was an ounce of Naverna, a bar spoon of my allspice dram here.
Allspice is the best.
Oh, it's so good, man.
Rob
That's
has
so
a
good.
recipe. Go check it out.
I'm just,
He does.
I know it's awesome.
I know the recipe.
3 dashes
actually
of
have some.
walnut bitters.
I'm doing my Batman voice.
You're doing it wrong. It should be on your ho 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 voice.
Swear to me.
This is going off the rails real early.
Alright. Did I bring my glasses? Yes, they're down here. Right down here. I gotta
Hey,
get this
Joe.
stuff.
Joe from Ontario, Canada. Represent.
Yes.
All right,
You got
folks,
two of us
let's
here from
turn that
Ontario.
up For
3.
20, 30
I'm from
seconds,
Ontario.
25, 30
That's what I said. Well, I meant him. I go like Stefan too. So there you go, 4.
That's 4. That's 4. Although, yes, I am moving very soon.
Is this like your big announcement, or did you
Big
announce on your
announcement.
channel already?
No, there's no big announcement. I'm moving to the Yukon, and I will resume filming as soon as I can set back up.
But that, yeah.
But
You
But that
can't
set's
have
gonna
to.
change though, eh?
no,
No, you're gonna try to keep the same set.
I am going to try and take it with me. I will be.
I
I might even do Instagram or YouTube video of David swearing trying to put his set back together.
You should
Do it, do
totally
it,
do
do it,
that.
That would be amazing.
It's like the Smithsonian with Julia's kitchen, like Dave's bar, moving from one province to another.
Oh yeah,
You should
You
do an
gotta take-
episode while it's being moved and like the walls
yeah.
are shaking and stuff. And you're like,
All right, folks,
You know, how we
just-
doing over there? How is that?
hey, how's Vito?
Just so you all, here's my Black Christmas.
Cheers, friend.
Oh, it's delicious. If you love a Black Manhattan, you're gonna love this, especially because it adds again those seasonal
Oh, yeah.
flavors with the allspice dram and the black walnut bitters. It's delicious. I love these. Probably my favorite cocktail I drink around this time of year.
Nice.
Oh, Succotash is in Ontario as well. And
Oh,
yes,
that's
the swords are coming with me. Stefan.
For all
Nice.
that champagne you need to savor.
Have you ever used one of those swords to saber a bottle of champagne?
You know, I actually have.
Do it.
Those are
do
rapiers, but I have a sword right over there. I just don't have a bottle of champagne. I have an actual saber I could use. I just can't.
Oh,
reach it
Zach.
with-
Always have a bottle of champagne on hand. This is like rules for life.
Well, I could just use something to stab a can of soda. Would that work?
No, you need the.
Apparently,
Hey,
Vito
Vito?
is hard to hear.
Turn your
I'm
mic
hard
up.
to hear.
Yeah, you're
I
trying
can
to
hear
turn your
him
mic up.
fine,
You know?
but I can always pump his volume up a little bit. But I brought you up by 20%.
Your bottle saver.
And Zach, that is a good question. Why does the Manhattan have to be black?
Why does the Manhattan have to be black?
Please
next?
educate me. No, I'm
I
serious.
think.
Vito.
I mean, anyone else think that Vino's sound is low? I
If I'm
bumped him
low,
up a
let me
bit.
know, guys.
He sounds fine to me and to us.
Yeah, let
but
us know
I,
in the comments because through this.
But
it sounds
I bumped
okay.
up his volume by 20%. So
Yeah.
maybe now he's gonna be shouting at us.
Did you lower it initially? Is
I know I didn't. We're all at 100.
Maybe
You're at
you're just
120 now.
correcting it.
Sounds really. Eh?
Iceman, yeah, a bit
Is
low.
he better now, or should I bump him up more? Talk some more,
Awesome.
Vino.
Awesome. Turn up your volume. Well, apparently I'm.
How about
kind of
now,
quiet
Mike? Do I
too.
sound better now, guys? Do I
Whoa,
sound
You
good?
yeah.
sound louder to me. Yeah.
All right, go
How do I
ahead.
sound?
I
About
forgot I
the
could turn the volume up on this thing.
I don't know. I can turn.
Or is he just shouting now? That's better. Okay. All right. I'm going to get on to mine. So we are making the Smoky Christmas.
Oh
Yum.
yeah.
All right. So this is one that I came up with 2 years ago for in 2020 for Christmas. And it's basically like just a whiskey highball, but with some Christmas flair and stuff. So I usually just use a smoky blended scotch, but since, this is a live, we're going to go with the Lagavulin because why not? And we're just building it in a highball with some ice. No need to go fancy.
But I like fancy.
Well, we are using Lagavulin.
Ardbeg.
Ardbeg would work too.
Yeah. Well, we got to get the Ardbeg Lagavulin
Lefroy.
fight here and Lefroy. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tell you which one's which one's better. All right, so 2 ounces of Lagavulin. Then we're gonna do. So initially, I did this with half ounce of raspberry syrup, which works great. But I didn't have any raspberry syrup at the moment. But I did have this Christmas syrup. So interesting. And I have a video coming out on this about this next week. This is a Christmas syrup. It's cranberry based, but then has a bunch of Christmas spices. And this
Yum.
recipe was generated by AI. I asked AI to make me a recipe for Christmas syrup, and it did a pretty damn good job. So I have a whole video about that coming out on Tuesday. So half ounce of whatever red syrup you want, raspberry or cranberry or Christmas syrup, strawberry
Grenadine?
would work. But
I have
Yeah.
a fantastic idea for a syrup.
okay, and then after that, we're gonna do a half ounce of lime juice. Give it some sour. And then to
We can't.
up the smoke factor, just turn this off. To up the smoke factor, we're gonna top with ginger ale, but I've got here Fever Tree Smoky Ginger Ale.
I have
So we're
not
just-
tried that.
I
That
can't
sounds
find it
interesting.
anymore. I happen to have a bottle left, but
Huh.
it's
Sounds good.
hard to find now. It's good. It's got like it's not the same smoke as like a smoky scotch. It's more of like a piney smoke. Like if you're like the,
Interesting.
it's really strange, but it's not bad. So
Do you
we're
think you
just
could
gonna-
recreate it? Like, what would you? How do you think you could?
I have no idea.
Huh.
can watch
Maybe if
them-
you
you can-
smoked, like if you make your own ginger ale, if you
Yeah.
first like smoke the ginger, maybe.
Yeah,
that would-
maybe that.
Yep.
That's interesting. Christine, hey Christine.
Hi, Christine.
All right, so
Hey,
we're
Now,
pouring it
Christine,
in.
how you doing, dog?
I'm gonna give
Peter
it
had a
stir because all
question.
my-
Could you use some Chambord? You could use it. Actually, you could make a Chambord syrup by just
it won't be as
Chambord
sweet,
and sugar.
but it will.
Well, just add a little bit of sugar.
Yeah.
Just render it down slightly. It's going to remove some of the ethanol or the alcohol. But what you'll get is a really good stable syrup that'll give you those black raspberry flavors that
Yeah.
you can use for a
Mm.
cocktail.
Festive straw. And then for garnish, we're going to do a sprig of rosemary, which, if I did like on my original video, for some extra smoke bits, we're going to char it.
Yes.
Oh, we're playing
Have
with
to
fire
fire.
too.
Light with fire.
Yeah.
There we go. So that gives you a little smoky aroma. And here it is, Smoky Christmas.
That's festive. All right.
It's good. I mean, I love, obviously I love smoky scotch. This is a nice, like, I like, stiff drinks are nice, but I like every now and then a nice easy drinking highball is just,
Mhm.
it's fun. So
I feel
It's
like
mine.
if that were like a movie of our cocktails, that's like the Die Hard Christmas movie.
No, no, no.
Rob.
It's
Right?
close.
Like there's some smoky scotch involved, there's some fire. I like it. Yeah. Bruce Willis is in an air duct somewhere.
Hey, but every year you need to make sure that when you go to your air ducts, you put some cigarettes and some bullets up there just for him.
Excellent tip, Dave.
I will remember to do that. As I leave the milk and cookies out, I'll leave some cigarettes and bullets in my air ducts.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
this is a new tradition.
So we already had two people put themselves in danger. Jess almost killed herself with the champagne bottle. Right? Rob almost lit himself on fire. So Dave, what are we gonna do to follow that?
I'm going to.
Are you gonna saber? Are you
He's the one
gonna
with swords.
What are you gonna do, Vino?
I don't know.
That's getting very tempting. I just don't have a bottle.
I think it
of
has to
something
just
to
happen
go.
naturally.
Vino already put himself in danger today. How much did you film?
I filmed 6 cocktails today.
New video.
So when you're drinking your first one on the live tonight, that's actually your 7th drink.
This is number 7. That's why it's still sitting
Awesome.
there. I'm like, I'm gonna hold off on that for a bit.
Yeah. I'm John McClane. I don't wear shoes. I try not to make my cocktails standing on broken glass though. So
Good.
I try.
Oh, shout out to my buddy Frankie Eyes who's in the house.
Hey,
All right, guys. So listen,
Hey.
after every round of drinks, I do my trivia. So
we
we're
always
gonna-
look forward to it.
We're doing Christmas trivia today, okay, folks?
Oh.
So here's the first one, right? How many ghosts show up in a Christmas Carol? How many ghosts show up in a Christmas Carol? Jess, you know the rules. The guests here
I'm not saying
cannot
anything.
answer. How many ghosts show up in a Christmas Carol, guys?
So there's the Ghost of Christmas.
I
Whoa.
will say one of my favorite retellings
Interesting.
of that story is Bill Murray Scrooged. That is an
Yes.
overlooked Christmas movie and is absolutely fantastic.
You know,
The original black and white. The
my
original black
favorite
and white.
My favorite is the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh,
my
that's a great
my
one.
favorite
Yeah.
is one I got from just like the $5 like DVD bin, but it was just it's like
Like
plain-
stop animation or something? Was it like
no,
one
it
of
was just a plain
Interesting. No
Christmas
ghosts?
Carol, but starring Patrick Stewart as Scrooge.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
yes,
And-
I've seen
I've
that
never
one
seen that
actually.
one.
It's
and
good.
it's actually quite good. But here's the way my mind works is at the end of the movie, I added a scene in my head.
Did they
At
beam
the end-
him up?
No. Hear me out. At the end of the movie, when everyone's like, Scrooge is nice now, and they're all having Christmas, he walks outside and then he says, "Computer, end program." And then it just becomes the holodeck, and he steps out, and then the Enterprise just takes off. So,
I'm glad that scene wasn't in the movie. I'll tell you that.
but no, but
Yeah,
hear me-
I'm with you, Vino.
I'm kind of glad that wasn't in it, Rob.
but he also made an adaptation of Moby Dick, and I was like, I could see the same thing happening at the end of that one. So imagine a whole series of like these classic
No.
stories as told by Jean-Luc Picard in the holodeck. Wouldn't that just be a fantastic series of
No.
movies?
I don't know. It could work. It could, actually.
I think it'd be amazing.
I mean, look, teach its own, right? Teach its own. So the first one to answer the question correct was Matt, Iceman, and I was gonna ask to name the ghosts. Who were they? And Stefan already did that. So Stefan gets a point for that. Matt gets a point for answering first.
Is
Here
it
is the
3 or
second
4?
question. What's that? There's
Is
4
it 3 or-
ghosts. It's
There's
4.
4.
It's for the
Oh,
one
yeah.
that.
One said,
That's right,
remember
because
the first
Marley
ghost.
comes to see him the first.
Yes.
There's the 3 like present, and then there's
Mhm.
Marley.
It's a trick. A lot of people get
It's
that
a
one
trick
wrong.
question. Yeah,
Yes.
Introductory ghost.
You
Absolutely.
forget the first guy.
All
All right,
right.
so
What's the
ready,
next
look.
question?
So, in the movie Home Alone, the McAllisters are going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind. Where are they going? Where are the McAllisters going in Home Alone? Ooh.
I don't know.
1 or 2?
One.
I know the answer.
I know you do.
I've actually never watched that movie.
What? That's amazing.
Get off,
No,
get off the
it's-
stream. Get off the
It's
stream.
weird. I've never watched that movie. It's one of those movies I never watched, and I never intentionally sat down to watch it afterwards because
Ooh, everybody's getting this one right. All
Yep.
right. Beautiful.
So maybe can we have a follow-up, Vino? What about
All right, so here's the follow-up then. Where
Yeah.
did they go in the second movie?
in the sequel? Yeah.
In the sequel, where did they go in the
Not
second
Kevin.
movie? Huh? Yeah, Kevin
family,
did.
not
Kevin,
Kevin.
yes. They left Kevin here.
yes.
Where was Kevin? Where did Kevin end up in the second movie? All right, Sean.
Yep. Caesar,
Yep.
Iceman.
Come on. Crap. I didn't know that was a place.
That's another word from New York. In case you didn't know.
Florida, or as I like to say, Florida.
Florida.
Florida. You can say it after you.
No, so
there.
Florida is where the parents went,
Yeah, that's where they went.
but Kevin, the son, was in New York.
Yeah, he's in New York.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that one is when he's lost in the streets in the bad area of New York, and that
Mhm.
cabbie's like, "Hey, watch it, kid!" That's freaked me out as a kid.
All right, so listen, I just want to show you guys the kind of friends I have. Okay, so my buddy Frankie Eyes is in the stream, and he's
Yep.
calling me out because I never saw A Christmas Story until a couple years ago, and it was with him and his girl. Can you believe that?
No.
Embarrassing me in front of all my friends.
Of course.
Your friends. I appreciate
By the way,
that.
to all of Vino's friends,
Yes.
I need new friends. With friends like this, who needs enemies, right?
that's right.
But I gotta
There's
tell
that.
you, after watching it, I feel so awful that I didn't see it when I was younger. It was the best. A Christmas
great
Story
one.
is
Okay,
amazing.
everyone, for the 4 of you guys and people in the chat, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh, that's a tough one because I feel like it depends on the mood. Like there's a series of movies I tend to watch on repeat this time of year.
Yeah, it's
Christmas
true.
Story because TBS has the rights and won't stop playing it. But I love Die Hard. That's a Christmas tradition. I always watch Die Hard. I love The Holiday. I love Love Actually. Scrooged is another one. And also one of my personal favorites, it isn't necessarily a Christmas movie, but I tend to watch it a lot this time of year, is Auntie Mame with Rosalind Russell. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Never seen
Hey,
that.
nope.
before.
Andrew's in the house. How's it going?
Hey, Andrew.
How's the future?
Oh, we got some good calls here. I gotta tell you that.
Elf's a great
Yep.
one.
Elf's good.
My-
Christmas
my,
Vacation is probably
I
my
love
favorite.
Elf. I love
Gile.
Gremlins. I just watched Gremlins today with my daughter. I love Gremlins. That is the funnest. that is
I
such
have to say I
fun
love
Christmas
I love the Santa Claus, the first one with Tim Allen.
Oh, that's a
I'm
great
not
one.
a huge fan of 2 and 3. They get kind of silly. The new series was actually pretty good. We've been watching it on Disney Plus. But the original, the first one is to me is a classic.
Oh, Christmas
Oh,
Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
You can't go wrong.
Oh yeah, Christmas
My
Vacation is amazing.
favorite is it's because it's true. It's never Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the
Hans Gruber,
Nakatomi Thor.
Exactly.
Not probably not a favorite, but it's one that I love.
It's
Not my favorite, but Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh,
First of all, it's
So
Ernest.
funny.
yeah, it's Ernest. You can't go wrong with Ernest.
Every year at Halloween I watch Ernest Scares Stupid, and at Christmas I watch Ernest Saves Christmas. I'm
But
not a
like-
fan of any of the
Summer
other
camp one.
Ernests,
I
but
always
those
loved the
two.
summer camp.
But like
The
Christine,
summer camp was good, yeah.
I watch Alistair Sims' 1958 Christmas Carol every year. I started it as a kid, and I've kept it up every single year since then.
I watch
It's
every
just-
single Christmas movie. I watch every single one of them. I'm a big groupie, Christmas groupie.
So you're a Hallmark fan? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. I don't watch the classic ones. I don't watch like the Hallmark.
Do you watch It's a Wonderful
washed
Life?
up actor doing some rom com. I'm not into that.
Yeah, the Hallmark movies are I watch my wife likes them, so we'll watch a few every year, but they're kind of like it's always the same damn story, just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
switch a few things up, and it
Sonny, there's an Ernest film for every occasion. There is. Yes.
really is. It's
There's a
great.
good. Ernest had a TV show too.
So my favorite movie is it's probably my favorite movie is between that. Okay, I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the old stuff.
Oh, the
yeah.
animation.
Yeah, that, and then It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Of course.
So the next question is related to that. In the movie It's a Wonderful Life, what happens every time the bell rings? What happens every time a bell rings?
I hate not answering these.
Come on, blurt it out.
Just gonna
Zach's
drink
right.
and
The
stop
rep is
myself.
fun.
Let's see. Iceman's been quick with the trigger. Ooh, wow, we got
Oh,
three
Zach.
answers at the same time.
Peter,
Yeah.
Nice.
Christine, the hallmarks are duds. I agree, Christine, but I actually got sucked in earlier this week. I was editing late, and I had on in the background the Amazon Prime version of a Hallmark movie, and it was so dumb, and I couldn't stop watching it. It was called Something from Tiffany's, and it was
Yep.
just a train wreck. I couldn't stop. I watched it twice.
You should have switched over to Conan.
It was so bad.
there's if you look, I can't think of any examples, but if you look up if you Google Hallmark Christmas movie memes, there's a bunch of fake posters for
Mhm.
and they're just making fun of the whole trope, and they're
Lindsay
quite hilarious.
Lohan is in one this year.
So something tells me you didn't find those by mistake though, because you even know who's coming up soon. Lindsay Lohan's coming, guys. That's not a mistake. That's not
By the way-
I was just
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my very dark secrets.
No, absolutely.
Exactly. Just come out with it, man. I was out of it out watching A Christmas Story.
No, Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year.
Christmas,
Of
I
course.
love Christmas. I love
Same
it.
here.
What I love is my daughter's really into it too. So now we both geek
Oh, yeah.
out together.
It's the thing about getting the family together. 'Cause it's
Who's
one of the few
who's doing
times-
who does the elf here? You doing the elf?
Yeah.
Do you
He's right up here. Oh, she's
did
right
you
up
switch? Do you switch him every day though?
there. Excuse me. She does it herself.
Hey.
She doesn't. No.
Can you mail the elf to me? I have a plan to use elf's blood in a syrup.
God.
Oh God.
Do you guys not have kids, man? My daughter is definitely in your shot. This
My-
this
no,
elf
my- no,
flies
I-
on
I
its
move-
own, my friends.
I move it every and the kids love finding it in the morning, and it's been fun. But there's been a few mornings though where 5 a.m. I wake up, I'm like, I forgot to move the elf. I have to
I
run
have
downstairs.
anti-elf. I have anti-elf spray in the house.
All right, let's move away from the elf topic, okay, guys?
Okay, yes.
So can I tell
Who's
you
next?
guys?
Jess, you're next, Jess.
Am I making my next cocktail?
Yeah, go if you want.
All right, we're on to cocktail number 2. Which one's that?
Are we? Yeah. Okay. I guess. We are.
Apparently.
We can do that.
So while I'm making this, I'll tell you one of the most horrible things about me as a human being. And it has to do with
All right
Christmas.
then.
So many years ago, my dad sent me a 5-foot animatronic Santa Claus.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
Like, and it was one of these things that you would find at like a Home Depot or a Rite Aid or something. You
Yeah.
would
Like the ones that
decorate
move like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Merry
And-
Christmas.
Then it starts saying, it starts
It was
2
terrifying.
weeks. 2 weeks.
absolutely terrifying. So I, because I'm a jerk, took this thing and I started leaving it in my friends' home, like the friends that I had keys to their houses. I would leave it in their house for them to find.
Oh no.
And so it turned into a thing called Scary Santa.
Yeah.
And I terrorized people for 5 years with this thing. And it made my Christmas every year.
You know what? It's too bad you couldn't record a message to come out of it, because that would have been awesome.
Oh, the worst thing I did was I had one friend in particular who I just hit over and over and over again with this thing. And so he and his friends were in Korea one year and I was dog sitting. He goes, I swear to God, if I come home and find that thing in my house, I'm going to murder you. And I was like, okay, point taken, fine. So I took the head and I shipped it to his parents'
Oh
house
my
in Pennsylvania for him to open on Christmas
That's
morning.
awful.
They were in on
What's
it.
in the box?
What's in the What's in the box? Oh boy,
See, I
that's
love
hilarious.
Christmas.
Yeah, I guess that's
so
the way
funny.
of showing you love Christmas.
Oh, we got
so
John
we're
Dot.
making-
How's it
John?
going? John
John
Dot in the
Dotson.
house.
A white
Oh,
chocolate
John Dot, what's up, brother?
Boulevardier. Where's my
Did you say a white
And my
chocolate
wife is
Boulevardier?
watching upstairs and
Amanda's in the house. Oh,
Yeah.
she's watching it upstairs. That's funny.
with the in-laws, and apparently my mother-in-law is enthralled at the fact that she's watching me there, but I'm downstairs.
Thanks, John. Hey, John, I'm moving closer to you. I'm moving up to Whitehorse.
Where is he? I thought he was in Ontario.
No, he's in Alberta.
So many
See, he
Canadians.
gets-
It's amazing.
A lot of
I love
Canadians.
it. I've only known one Canadian before YouTube. So now I know
Now you know it's so
20.
many.
Like
And
20
you know
now.
what? Your life is better for it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I feel much better.
No, I must say, have we
I feel far less aggressive.
have we confirmed or refuted a lot of your like preconceived stereotypes of Canadians?
I think you probably confirmed them.
What are you talking about?
Boom.
Hey, man, good. I sit you on my Chesterfield.
Is that supposed to be a Canadian word? I have never said it Chesterfield. In my life.
Chesterfield, sofa, couch.
I call it a sofa or a couch. I've never said Chesterfield.
Not the
Is
place
that like
to
a
get that.
brand name or something?
Chesterfield,
Where's
I don't
that
know.
Style of couch.
Hmm.
Right?
Ah, darn, John.
How many
Oh, which
people?
one? Oh, Jess,
how
which
many
one is
people,
this?
Hold on. How
I'll
many
put the-
people in the chat are
Is this
from
the chocolate
Canada?
orange Boulevardier?
This is our chocolate orange Boulevardier. Yeah.
So we got 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of creme de cacao,
Mhm.
quarter ounce of Campari, quarter ounce of simple, and 2 dashes of chocolate bitters.
So this was for me a big stepping stone into Campari, which I like a Negroni. I love a Boulevardier now, but I didn't until I started making this drink.
Hmm.
Because I feel like if you follow me at all, you know I love bourbon a lot. And then adding the white chocolate to this, it's just even more of like a winter warmer. I'm a big fan. Oh, and then
I think
also
I made something very similar to this for Easter. But
Yeah.
I feel like the Campari and the creme de cacao were kind of reversed. I think it was a lot more Campari and less of the chocolate.
Yeah, this is very chocolatey with a little bit of a citrus bitter twist. This was actually the drink I made last year for the Valentine's Day challenge, and I made these.
I remember those oranges. Yeah.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Those are fantastic.
These are fantastic.
And John Dodd is making that right now.
Really, really good. Because I love a drink and a snack, So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And chocolate? Oh,
hmm
So, Jess, do you really pick up citrusy notes from the Campari with that?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. But that's actually why, like, the garnish is fun and pretty, but the garnish really does serve a purpose because the scent of citrus coming off of this plays with the drink.
Yeah.
It accentuated. All right, cool.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
that's pretty awesome.
Nice.
yeah, this is definitely one of my personal favorites of any of the drinks I've done on the channel.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, which one are you making next?
The mistletoe martini.
The
Dave, before you do that, everybody in the chat, just type in where you're watching from. Where are you from? Right?
Where are you guys
Yeah.
watching?
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
Where are you guys watching from? Okay, Dave, you can start now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for them to answer.
You don't have to wait for everyone. So tell us about this drink, David.
Okay, this drink contains vodka. Today I'm using Tito's vodka, handcrafted. And yes, Tito's, I would like a sponsorship when I learn how to actually put the lid on.
Oh, we got
We also
Toronto.
need-
We got
A little bit of bartender's
my
ketchup.
work.
Elderflower liqueur.
Oh, what a
With floral
great
and sweet.
diversity.
Seriously, we got Toronto. We got Michigan, Houston, New York, Ottawa, Los Angeles,
Half an
my
hour.
Wait, so you're
workroom,
from Philly? I didn't
Ohio,
realize that.
Maryland,
Philly-ish.
Philly-ish.
That's right
Philly
next.
is
That's
that
right next
New
to Philly.
Jersey,
Oregon, West Coast, Maryland.
Toronto.
Wow, we are worldwide up in here, baby.
Oh yeah,
Love it.
absolutely. We got a fantastic audience.
Chicago.
Oh, Side-Town, baby. South
Okay.
side, north side. Where are Chicago? North side, south side.
Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne,
awesome.
Angry, there you are.
Good day, mate. Throw the shrimp on the barbie.
Dave, it's not
Sunday
a shrimp.
afternoon there, huh?
It's a prawn. Get it right.
Andrew's shaking his head right now.
Why
That's
does
my
that
favorite part from
nonsense?
Dumb and Dumber.
That is probably my favorite joke from that movie.
It kills me.
Is when she's like, "Where are you from?" She says, "Austria," and he's like,
Say that
"Well,
again?
good day, mate."
Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Oh man, we got Damo. We got Damo's in China, dude. Like,
Yeah.
That's right, Damo's
Yeah,
in
he is.
First-
I just can't
How do you
remember
pronounce
exactly
that?
where.
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou? Guangzhou?
Guangzhou.
Go.
We're poaching from Steve Anders and Steve.
So, this again is another gorgeous looking cocktail. This is a mistletoe martini,
Ooh.
as served in a rocks glass.
That does not qualify for Christmas martini.
And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Came up with the idea when, the Christmas martini thing. But, and as I said in my video, when you're young and you're standing under the mistletoe and you have no idea what the hell's going on and somebody walks up and gives you a kiss, you'll learn a little bit later to stand under the mistletoe as much as you can. But for this, let me tell you, I'm taking the mistletoe with me. It's floral, it's sweet, it's slightly tart at the same time. This one's a little bit sweeter because I added a little bit too much simple syrup. But you know what? Looks good.
It does
Everybody
look
you know
very red.
is going to like it. Hey, red is awesome.
It is
Christmas
awesome.
color.
Hey, PJ's in
I
the
totally
house.
thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say. I totally thought you were gonna say you decided to put in a rocks glass when you realized you had no clean martini glasses.
Oh no, I actually broke my last martini glass.
Oh no!
But
There
having
you
said
go.
that, martini glasses are a pain to actually walk around with and balance perfectly. You know what?
Worst.
Grab yourself a proper drinking glass. Put your cocktail in it because you're going to enjoy what you're drinking in the glass that you like.
Yes.
The Nick and Nora is the solution to the martini glass.
It is. It is.
Or the,
It's more
I'm a
compact.
fan of the coupe.
The coupe is good too.
A coupe is a very good solution as well.
I don't have good
a
coupes. I love my
glass
Nick.
drying problem.
I have these Visky Nick and
Ooh, those
Noras,
are
and I
fun.
love them.
Those are nice.
Those
Yeah.
are great.
I don't have any good. I have a set of coupes, but they're so large. They're like 15 ounces. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've got 2 different size coupes. What am I making? I'm up next, right? I'm up next.
You're next.
You're
What are you
next.
making?
Man. You're next.
Put her on the screen for me, brother. So I could,
Which one is it?
It's the Christmas Rush. This is my Christmas martini entry.
Yep.
Ah,
So of my second batch of my apple cinnamon bourbon, this is all I've got left. This will be the last I make of it.
cinnamon bourbon.
I gotta try that.
That does sound
Yeah,
awesome.
It's
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
a second. Let me
smells.
get bourbon over there.
All right. So what is it? 2 ounces? I think I got 2 ounces.
Yeah, what was that? I remember Andrew got told by a certain he who must not be named that because what was it you had gotten a I think it was a blood and sand served in like a pint glass or something like that.
Yeah. And you know what? A pint glass is awesome. Sean, great news. I'm glad she likes them.
But it wasn't. The thing is, it wasn't even like it's not like he made it. It was served to him that way.
Yeah.
Are you going to send it back? Like what? What are you going to do?
Different glass.
Why wouldn't you drink one in a pint glass? That's fantastic.
And you're probably getting much more volume. Out
Yeah.
of it.
Absolutely. Now PJ figures you should put it in a nice snifter glass so that you can put your fingers on and warm it up and swirl it around. And
That was a lion's tail in a specialty house glass.
yes.
Well, there you go. They got their own damn glasses. You leave them alone. That's hilarious.
I do, Christine. I agree. I need to try that. I also need to do another bottle of Nutella bourbon because I did that.
I love it.
Oh,
Is that like
yeah.
is that washed?
Yep.
Nice.
But the process is a little bit different.
Yeah, but
But
Nutella's,
sort of like you would do a peanut butter, yeah.
Nutella's kind of finicky to work with. Livio has a really good technique for working with that. So you should check that video out.
I will.
He just talks about how to use it and how it'll work out. Otherwise, it gets all clumpy and weird. But oh yeah,
You can also go to my video on it.
yes, Jess has. You do have a video, don't you?
Yeah.
It'd be because
It
I
is.
watched that video from him recently. Just playing catch up. I have no time in my life.
Everyone who complained Vino wasn't loud enough just went as he was shaking.
Vino, were you getting
Are
shaky?
you guys awake?
There
Is everyone
again?
awake? Is everyone awake?
We're here now.
It's getting late. I just want to make sure everyone's awake. All right,
Best
folks. There's
spirit
my
to
Christmas.
chocolate fat wash.
Was that?
That's a good question. Andrew's asking, what's the best spirit to chocolate fat wash? Where I would try all of them because, I mean, obviously.
I mean, my first thing would be bourbon or some kind of whiskey
But
because
gin might be interesting. Like I have
Gin could
not
be
tried a coconut gin, and Steve's brand 3
Cognac.
just did a coconut
Yeah,
gin.
or you
Pete says cognac.
I'm
Yeah,
with
or,
Pete.
uh,
I'm with Pete big time on that.
Yeah,
'cause cognac
I
already
didn't
has
think of that
good
right
chocolate
away, but-
cherry notes on it anyway.
Cognac could be really good. Actually, you could do a really good rum with that too, because that gives
Rum,
you some
yeah.
great chocolate notes in there.
All of them.
But
All of
first,
them. All of them at the same time. You make a
Koala
chocolate
makes it.
Long Island iced tea.
Or creme de cacao. 'Cause
Ooh,
you know you're gonna you know it's gonna work if it's creme de cacao.
There we
It's gonna
go.
work.
There's the answer for Andrew.
All right, here's
so
our Christmas
Vino,
specials.
what's your drink taste like, Vino?
Cheers. It's delicious. I love this cocktail.
Okay, but what does delicious taste like?
You got the apple notes, the cinnamony notes. You got the black
Cinnamony.
walnut bitters. It's so good. This cocktail is the only bourbon cocktail my wife would drink. The only
Yeah?
one. She loves
Really?
this cocktail. Yeah,
Nice.
she loves it. And as a matter of fact, my buddy Frankie Ice, who called me out on Christmas Story, he came over the other day and had it. He loved it. It's a home run cocktail, guys. Very good, very good.
Hey,
It
can
takes
you put that Zach
it takes like
thing
4 to 6 weeks to make, but it's good.
Way ahead of you.
Zach, you made it.
on? Zach, you made it.
You have
You made
arrived.
You got to do a screen grab, Zach, and show your friends.
He made a comment on one of my Instagrams that made me laugh so hard because you know when you post on Instagram and you like I get this
Good night,
almost
Damo.
every post. You get a bunch of posts from people like promote it on this account, promote it on this account,
Yeah.
and then I get a notification, a comment from Zach saying promote it on, and he just like made up some fake account.
Take it easy,
Funny guy.
Damo. Heading
Yeah,
out.
Damo.
Cheers, Damo.
Have a good night.
All
So
right.
Caesar
I'm making my
Cordova has a Christmas family drink that just can you scroll back down, Rob?
Put it on the screen.
Yeah, for his year. Rum chata, 2 ounces, pineapple jam, 2 ounces, 1 ounce of coconut cream, pour over crushed ice. We're looking for and this live stream is awesome. And you are right because it's you, the viewer, that makes it for us.
I've never
And
had
of course,
rum chata.
everybody else that's drinking with us
I
and having a fantastic time. But
What is
What is
rum
everybody
chata?
drinking today? Everybody tell us what you're drinking if you're drinking.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
and while you're doing that, make sure you hit the like button on every single person's video.
I feel like we should talk about rum chata a little bit because I
I've
finally
never had
got
rum chata.
myself a bottle.
What do you
and I
think?
haven't experimented with it.
Have fun with it. You'll like it.
So what
can
is
we
it? Just
do?
like a rum cream
It's
drink? But
Bailey's
it's not.
Zest, right?
It's horchata, right?
it's
It's not.
like-
It's not milk. It's not like dairy cream. It's horchata, which is
No,
I'm not too sure what
it's
that
like
is.
it's like the rum version of cream whiskey, right?
But it's horchata's rice based, isn't it? I think it's a
Is it-
rice.
okay, yeah,
roll.
yeah. I
Yeah,
knew it was something
rice
else.
and it works.
Mhm.
It works good. Now it doesn't last as long. Doesn't have the same style of shelf life as you'll see with a lot of cream whiskeys. So you have to drink them a little faster. And of course, there's nothing
Okay.
wrong with that. But it works
Maybe I
really
must.
good.
My
What?
buddy PJ loves himself some rum chata. He's a big rum chata guy.
I know. What is it? Ray used to use it a lot. And
Yeah, he did.
Ray,
I
what's
remember
up?
seeing
Hey,
he
Ray.
had
How
a
you
few,
been, Ray?
This
He had a
seems like a
few,
natural eggnog and rum chata
Ooh,
moment.
Belgian
Negroni?
strong ale.
ooh,
Okay, we have a Negroni.
rum chata and Fireball.
Yes. 4-to-1
Okay.
ratio of the
Four to one
Godfather.
Godfather. Yeah, Christine.
What's
I
that?
like it a lot.
4-to-1 Godfather. Yeah, there we go. That's how I make it. Whoever drinks a 1-to-1, what do you do?
Anne, okay, we'll have to check that out. Anne says she
Blueberry
has
Red
many,
Bull.
many drinks with rum chata on her channel.
Oh, Caesar.
Really?
Oh.
Oh. Check out Anne's chat. There we go. Put it up for you there.
Blueberry Red Bull.
A
Okay.
home bartender with Anne, guys. Check out her channel.
Yeah.
She
no,
was
absolutely.
on this live with us back in the
For
summer
tiki,
doing
right?
tiki drinks. It was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And
Subscribe.
Polly's Bar is correct. Apple Crown goes great with eggnog. They'll
Hmm.
mix in really, really well. You're right. That'll just give you a slight
could see
apple
that.
hint to that. Oh yeah.
But Caesar, again, you've got my attention here. Rum chata with blueberry Red Bull. All right, I'm not doing Red Bull, but
It tastes like a blueberry muffin.
I love the idea of blueberry. I did my Mr. Black cocktail this year with blueberry juice, and it was fantastic.
Anytime
I made-
you can make a drink taste like
Yeah.
food,
It's
Jess
interesting.
is in there.
I'm
I
so
made
I'm all
It's
about
so
it.
blueberry liqueur. I made like 4 berry liqueurs, and when I found blueberry on its own, like just drinking the liqueur was amazing. It was like
Yeah.
drinking alcoholic blueberry jam.
I
It was
feel like
really
it's
good.
not a flavor you find
But
commonly.
it doesn't. It gets
No.
lost in cocktails. I
It is
love the
so good.
liqueur, and as soon as I started making it in cocktails, it was getting lost. Like the flavor was
But
lost.
what
Oh,
are
So,
you
see,
what are
try
you
it with
mixing it
juice.
with?
yeah, with juice. Yeah, juice would work better.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
juice it'll
try it
work.
with.
But if you
'cause I
use it
did
with yeah, go on.
Oh, sorry. I did it with the coconut cream, blueberry, and then the Mr. Black. And oh, it really, the tang from the blueberry really cut through everything.
Interesting.
It'll depend how strong your blueberry flavor in your liqueur is actually.
Red Bull makes my tummy melt.
And blueberry is one of those interesting flavors you don't see very often.
And it's delicate, so it can get lost. Like I made 3 cocktails with it, and the one that I preferred was made with vodka because the vodka didn't overpower the blueberry.
Right.
Whereas
That's
the other
right.
one I used,
Try the juice.
yeah,
Instead of
yeah,
the
I should try
liqueur.
the juice.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Apple Crown is craft too sweet. I'm not a fan of most Crown, and it's sad that is kind of like it's sad that Crown is like the face of Canadian whiskey because
no,
it's like
not.
it's so bottom shelf.
It's
Like,
not. It's
of-
well known. It's well known. That's what you're thinking about. But there's
yeah, but I think like
fantastic
outside of
right now.
Canada, I think people think Canadian
Dave,
whiskey. they think Crown.
as an American,
Yeah.
I could tell you that Crown is the face of Canadian whiskey. As an American bartender for 15 years, I can tell you that
There's a
Crown
reason for
is the
that
face of Canadian whiskey.
It was
There's a
marketing.
reason for
They were
that.
really good at marketing.
because it was created as a blend for a royal visit.
Oh yeah,
and
and
It was exported.
Sean,
It is
okay.
one of the largest exports to the U.S.
yeah,
in liquor,
it's
too.
that's why they've got a great story, they got great marketing, but unfortunately, it's not a very good whiskey.
Nah, you're just
so
you're
Crown,
drinking
Crown
it the
for you
wrong
guys
way.
is like Jack Daniels for us.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a great analogy. I think
That
that's
is
a great,
good.
and there's nothing wrong with Jack Daniels. Nothing wrong.
Yeah, like
with
neither
Crown
one of them
Royal.
are bad.
But not
They're just
like
not,
yeah, they're not
You're also
bad.
not
they're
going
just-
to drink
no,
them
no,
neat,
no, no.
no.
right?
You just-
but
I
it's,
mean,
it's
it
like,
depends how rough things are, you know.
but
What's
it's like
going
you know,
on?
if someone was to say to you like, oh, American whiskey's crap. I've had Jack Daniels. It's like someone saying to us, Canadian
Right.
whiskey sucks. I've had Crown Royal. It's like, yeah, but we have a lot more to offer. You just don't know
Right.
about it.
So
I
Stefan's
love
right.
the detail about Whistle Pig. So Whistle Pig whiskey actually imports their whiskey from Canada and
Yeah.
rests it here. I
Yes.
forget the details of that. Dave, is that right?
Yeah. Comes from
But-
it's Canadian made, and then it's
Mhm.
rested in the U.S.
My favorite one.
for a,
But I can-
for a long enough period of time
And like
to,
in
gain,
American
to gain
Oak, I
the
think.
different flavoring from the
Mhm.
the atmosphere.
to
So
address
I say atmosphere, but it has to do with the temperature changes, which are different than up here.
Mhm.
to address Stefan's comment though, when I was in Vegas and I asked for like a Canadian whiskey, yeah, Canadian Club is also the face, but
Yes.
Canadian Club is considered bottom shelf Canadian whiskey, whereas Crown is considered top shelf Canadian whiskey, and it really shouldn't be.
It's well, yeah. I mean, it's like saying like Seagram's is our Canadian Club.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and sip on my Noble Oak.
All right, I'm getting it on to my next drink. So I'll put up on the screen. So I am making.
Rob, before you get into that, Rob, Jess, you've got
Yes.
a little relationship going with Noble. Are you in the bed with them a little bit? Huh?
What? Who? What? Where?
Tell
With-
more. Tell
lady
more.
does
Who?
tell.
Do tell, Jess.
No, so as you guys know, I've just been using them forever because I genuinely like the whiskey. I think the price point versus quality for them is like that perfect balance. And I like what they're doing as a brand. So like I've just naturally been buying a stupid amount of Noble Oak because as you know, I cook with it, I put it in everything.
Yep.
And yeah, over the past 2 years, we've developed a really nice relationship. They just sent me this incredible care package of their bourbon, their rye, and then they sent me this awesome, I should have brought it in here. They sent me this awesome whiskey notes, a tasting notebook that it's basically like a journal for all of your tastings of whiskey with this awesome like diagram. And they sent me flasks and cups. And yeah, I'm a big fan. And I'm not saying that just because they send me presents. I'm genuinely a big fan.
See, fellas, we're barking up the wrong tree with the Smith and Cross. I mean, we
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, you know what?
Send us
Smith and
presents.
Croft. Not to get our sponsors.
send us something, man. Jesus.
But if you do sponsor us, we'd be very happy to gladly mention your product all the time.
Right.
Send us.
But they're
presents.
gonna, you know what they're gonna send us? They're gonna send us a restraining order.
Yeah. You're a little too
Stop
handsy.
mentioning- Stop mentioning our product. All right. Okay, so I'm making a cocktail. This is going to be a nice sipping cocktail called "And to All a Good Night." So
Oh, great name. That's a
very
great
festive.
name.
It's a great name. I
How
made
much
this
booze
one.
is in there?
It's got a good amount of booze. What,
A lot of
what I like about
booze.
this one, I forget where this. I found this one on Tuxedo number 2, which is a really good resource. It's kind of like Difford's Guide. They're smaller, but tuxedo number2.com, and they have some great a lot of original cocktails, but a lot of just other ones. But I like their tasting cocktails. They're really
Yes.
unique. So this one's bourbon, but there's also some tequila in there, which is really interesting.
Ooh,
So we're gonna start with
I
ounce and a-
might have to
ounce
try
and a
this.
half
This almost sounds like a dare.
Bourbon and tequila. Actually, those will work. Those can work good.
Yeah.
Are
So
you using?
I'm using
Reposado.
Bullet 10.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna do an ounce and a half of Bullet bourbon.
Andrew, that's a good goal, Andrew.
That was a good cork pull.
It was.
Can you- Can you please do that again?
I will. This bottle of Bullet has just the best cork.
Ugh.
Sorry.
All right, so ounce and a half of that. Then we got Reposado tequila. This is a Mi Campo. Actually, never heard of that one, but
Nope.
it's a brand new bottle.
Have to try it.
Yeah, so 3/4 ounce of Reposado tequila.
Hey, Dave, do you see that you're living rent free in Chris Schuster's head?
Where?
He says sometimes I watch so many of David's videos I start to hear his voice in my head when I'm working.
You should be on the
Well,
call now,
Chris.
Dave.
What kind of
I think you have to pay for that. All right.
Ooh, there's an idea.
After that, we're doing 3/4 ounce of
Oh,
cherry
Trevor's
brandy.
in the house. Yo, let's give it
Trevor!
Trevor.
Chef, what's
Been a
up,
while.
Trevor?
We miss
How
you,
you been, pal?
Trevor.
We miss you. This is my own homemade cherry brandy. You can use cherry
Cool.
herring or whatever you got.
Awesome.
3/4 ounce as well. And then we got some bitters. We're going to do 2 dashes of orange and 1 dash of Ango.
Man, tequila and bourbon is not something you see together.
You don't see it
You
often.
gotta try it. It sounds
Ever.
amazing.
I think that bottle.
But I think it has to be a reposado, right? Like
Yeah, it has
yeah,
to be.
I don't think a Blanco would work. I would even
Right?
go on Añejo if you can get it.
I would normally, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. I mean, a mezcal would be good too. Even though that's not
I am
technically.
not on the mezcal train. I know people love it.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah.
smoke. So
I've got to like it more and more.
If you
Yeah.
split the base with tequila and a mezcal, that's where you can really build that love affair. Because
Yeah, you build that tolerance
Okay.
big time there. Yeah.
You'll
That's the
bring
gateway?
bring it in slowly, and you know what? You'll find that you'll go. I really like it. Now, if you like a smoky whiskey, there's a good chance that you'll like a smoky mezcal. Again, different flavors, different smoke points.
Mhm.
But oh yeah,
See, I'm the same way with scotch. Like, I don't like a super like an Isla scotch that's super peaty, smoky thing. Not my thing.
That's
The
Rob's
blended
thing. boy.
scotch or
That's my
Speyside,
thing.
Yes.
Rob's a pyromaniac. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah. There. See, I want to love it.
I love this bottle, Lefroy Glore.
but it is an
Not a
acquired.
cheap
It is an acquired taste.
Mhm.
If you like a smoked cocktail,
I
then
do.
using the mezcal is definitely going to give you that little bit of a bump, so you can have a smoky margarita that would just gives you just a little bit of smoke to go with everything, right? You know,
Mhm.
and again, it depends. There's lots of good tequila. There's some tequila that the very first tequila I ever tried was not a good one.
Jose Cuervo.
Was it Jose Cuervo? Yeah.
Was there a worm involved?
No,
That's
no,
mezcal.
no, no.
That's mezcal.
No, I'm sorry. The Jose Cuervo did not sit right with me the first time. I'm sorry, guys.
Jose Cuervo's.
Jose Cuervo's disgusting.
It's the word.
You know
If that's
whose
your-
Instagram I love though? Speaking of tequila,
No, Feet's still here. Are we done?
who's our friend in Boston with the restaurant? Louis Fernandez.
Wait, did
His,
I-
Yeah.
Guys, are we
his
done?
Instagram.
No,
Oh,
we're
no.
still good. No, we're good.
Yeah, he's got quite the
I
tequila.
don't know.
knowledge
Caesar's
base.
saying that we're done.
No, we're not done.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
No, we're good. No, you are right though. Louis has quite an interesting take on on his.
Well, he's also playing for views. Eh? Like
Yeah.
his channel took off when he started dissing all the
For sure, but he
celebrity
knows-
tequilas.
Legit knows what he's talking
He
about.
does, yeah, he does have a
Yeah.
palate for tequila for sure.
Absolutely.
But I
come
mean,
on.
A lot of knowledge.
but he's definitely riding that train of like hating on
818
the
tequila?
celebrity
Ugh.
tequilas.
He's right.
But
though.
like he recently
That's-
he hated on the Terramana. I don't think it's not great, but it's not terrible.
I love it, but I am not a tequila drinker.
Yeah, but
Agave spirits aren't my thing.
There's
So,
I
the
love
reason. The
Terramana.
reason for what he's doing is the real reason for it is not really that they suck. He's using that as kind of a platform
fun.
for it, but it's because they're not true tequila farmers, Mexican farmers. So he's trying to keep it or like where
That's
you're
true. And that's
supporting
that's a
true.
valid point.
yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
so I respect that. He's and he just
He's
upping it up.
educating, genuinely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I got the
There's
Terramana
another guy. There's another
Añejo,
tequila TikToker
and
or something.
I got the
that
Terramana
does that.
Añejo. I mean, it's not much better than the Reposado.
Reposado.
I feel like they needed to age it longer.
Well, again, and that may change over time, right? They may
They could
realize
make
that they
it
wanna
more. They could age
adjust-
it more.
They could, but
Anyways.
he is the biggest start for tequila in the world on that launch. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
Rob would like to tell us how good his cocktail
I
is.
would. So this is the And to All a Good Night. It's
It should've been the
mainly
last
citrus in the
cocktail.
nose. What's that?
That should have been the last cocktail.
Yeah,
You got to
should've
plan
been.
these things out better, Rob.
Well, I wanted to start like I did the highball. Now I got the stiff cocktail. I'm finishing with I should have finished with this one, but
Well,
His
you
last
know,
cocktail is going to be. It was the night before Christmas and all through the house.
Insomnia.
not a creature was stirring because he drank the stiff drink early.
no, I mean it's not sweet because the only sweetness is coming from the cherry. So it's a pretty stiff drink. It's interesting. The tequila it's doing something to it's obviously bourbon forward, but the tequila's there, but it's not like distracting. It's
No.
quite nice.
No, that
I
would
would
actually work.
definitely
really good.
recommend trying this one.
Okay. Yeah. it's
you
definitely
know.
fun.
So
Yeah, that's really good.
So Matt sent me really him and his wife sent me this really kind gift of these like gourmet chocolates from out where they live at in Philly, and one of them, a bunch of them are spirit based, And Rob, you would have loved it. One of them was a single malt whiskey chocolate. It was a Scotch. I'm
Interesting.
sorry, single malt Scotch chocolate.
Ooh.
It literally, Jess, you would love these because just
Yeah,
I know how
Matt,
you
why
love
don't you have my address?
So,
Send
man,
now.
dude, the single malt whiskey, single malt Scotch chocolate it felt like you were popping in a ball of creamy whiskey Scotch. It was
I
incredible.
feel like this is my next project: is making chocolates with liquor.
Yeah,
I'll help you with that.
I almost finished the whole thing already. I had a Calvados caramel right before the show. That was unbelievable.
And you know what? I
Unbelievable.
really like Calvados. Calvados is fantastic for its price point.
Love.
It's one of my
Calvados and-
it's one of my favorite tequilas, actually.
I'm not a big I'm just not. I like it, but I'm just not. It'll never be my number one. It's down low.
tequila
my
or
Go-to drinks, spirits. Yeah, for base spirits,
Yeah.
it's on my low. It's on the lower end for me.
the one I'm having trouble kind of getting into. Like I started whiskey. Whiskey's
Vodka.
always been my thing, and started with Scotch. Then I got into like bourbons and rye and stuff like that. And then when I left kind of whiskey, the next spirit I really experimented with was rum. Now, over the last summer, my like rum collection went from like 5 bottles to 30 bottles. And now I'm trying. It's hard because there's not a great selection, but I'm starting to get more into tequilas now. But the one I really just have trouble getting is gin. I've got a few gins, but
Really?
I'm not. I mean,
To make gin work, drink. Now, I'm going to get crucified by anybody from Britain here for saying this. But even they will tell you most of the time they do not drink gin straight. That's why the gin and tonic is such an icon and fantastic. Gin is excellent for mixing. And because there's so many different subtleties you can have with gin.
and that's the thing. I find like I like gin cocktails. I just find I'm sure there's subtleties that change depending on the gin you use. It's almost like I just don't care. Like I'm fine with any gin in a cocktail.
No.
This is my
No.
favorite gin. Can I get
That's
that?
different. That's
Is that
different because
Old Tom?
that's an Old Tom
No,
style.
this is
right?
the Bar Hill Tomcat gin. It's
But
not
it's an-
actually.
it's-
It's not actually an Old Tom gin.
but it's in that style because it's sweet.
Oh, that's the one you recommended to Carl and Riley, right?
No,
Yes.
They recommended it to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So PJ,
My wife's like
PJ
30
says-
bottles.
PJ goes, the
It's
last
not
two
that
old
long.
fashions I had, the
Gin
bartenders used simple
agnostic.
syrup instead of a cube. Easier and quicker, they said. Yeah, look, I mean, at a bar, using a cube is not efficient. You want to use simple syrup, PJ. It's at home, I prefer to use a cube. I like the grittiness at the end of the cocktail, but bartenders won't do that at a bar. It's very rare. Maybe like a craft bar, but it's rare.
It's a lot. Actually, you know what's interesting about having said that? In Brazil, your favorite caipirinha
Caipirinha.
is
Caipirinha, love
actually changing. Instead of using the 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of sugar, a lot of the bartenders there are actually going to a simple syrup because it's easier and it gives you a smoother, easier,
I like
silkier
using the
mouthfeel.
sugar.
It's faster. It works better for them.
I've had it here.
And
I've had bars do that
Mhm.
here.
Now, I haven't tried it. I've tried it traditionally, and I really should try it because it is one of my favorite refreshing cocktails to have. So,
I
yeah.
don't know. Gnome's in the
Andrew, I'm
house.
with you on that.
pardon?
So I was Andrew was ranking his spirit preference for a base spirit. Yeah, and I think I fall similar. I'm a whiskey girl through and through. But Rob, the way you feel about rum and how you're exploring it and have gotten all these bottles, and that's kind of how I feel about gin right now. There's so many different styles.
Yeah, there's
and
definitely a
different
lot. I
nuance.
just haven't gotten into it. It's not something I
Yeah,
tried
see,
a
I'm
few
not-
and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I would go. We're gonna do top 5. I do whiskey, rum, brandy, gin, tequila.
Yeah, I would do a whiskey, rum, tequila, brandy, gin.
Whiskey.
As long as tequilas
Whiskey.
last for me, we're good.
As long as tequila's last.
Whiskey.
Right? I'm just not a tequila.
Let's think.
Yes,
Oh, well, I do like
Yeah,
tequila.
whiskey.
And it's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just not my favorite. It's not
Right.
my favorite.
It's never my
As long
go-
as we can all agree that whatever's in last place, vodka's
vodka.
out the door.
Vodka wasn't even on the list.
No.
Vodka's not even in the running.
But you know what? There's a lot of people that really like vodka straight.
Tim.
I used to drink vodka
Tim-
straight on the regular. I would go. My best friend and I used to
Why?
go play pool and drink Tito's on the rocks.
Tito's is
with
good.
a lime.
Tito's
I gotta
is
tell you
good.
guys, look, working behind the bar, vodka soda is probably the number 1 drink you get ordered.
Yep.
It's huge. Huge.
Yeah.
I
What's that
probably
called?
made those more than anything else. Man, margaritas are up there too.
Yeah, but a vodka and soda is easy, especially with the canned cocktail craze, right? Vodka and soda.
Yeah, the seltzers.
Vodka
Vodka
with
to me, vodka
yeah.
has its place. Vodka is made to make things alcoholic. You know, if you want
Right.
your drink to be not spirit forward, but a syrup,
ABV.
like the blueberry cocktail. I wanted the blueberry to shine. Any other spirit would have buried the blueberry. So vodka in that case was the spirit to choose, because I wanted the blueberry to shine. But and that's why I think a lot of modern cocktails use vodkas, because people don't want to taste the alcohol; they want to taste whatever else is in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Whereas
there's that, and there's also, you know, a lot of people order a vodka soda because it's like basically the healthiest cocktail you can get.
Yes.
There's nothing in it. So so you get like groups of ladies that would come and they'd all be ordering vodka soda. Maybe they order like a flavored vodka so they could get a little flavor in it. But
Yeah.
that was another big reason. They just, you know, it's a calorie watcher.
Well, it's
Yeah.
simple. It's easy. It looks like you're drinking say a Sprite or something like that. You know, it's just no. But I'm just saying, right? Not that you're the look of your drink's important too. Something tall, clean looking with bubbles, maybe a piece of lime or lemon on top. It's a fantastic, pleasing looking cocktail coming up to your table, isn't it?
So everybody in the chat, what are your top 3 spirits? Put them in order. Your top 3 spirits, all right?
Clarified doesn't count. Which I
Not
haven't
nor
tried yet.
nor fat wash, butter wash, rum wash.
Just right out the bottle. Just right out the bottle. What
Out
are
of
your
the
top
bottle.
Oh,
I got to. I think I got to watch some of Andrew's videos on clarifying cocktails. I have not done that yet.
Oh, he's the
no,
king.
it's
King.
fun.
Yeah.
It definitely takes a long time. It's not you can't be like,
It's a patience thing.
yeah, you can't just be like spur of the moment, like, oh, I feel like having a clarified Negroni. It's like, yeah, you could, but you're not going to drink it for 2
Tomorrow.
hours. Yeah, tomorrow you can have it. But it is
So-
fun, and
No,
it's fun to
absolutely.
see. It's fun to see the transformation, like especially like specifically a clarified Negroni. I'm every time I make it, I'm amazed at that the clarification process removes the entire red color. It's just gone.
blackstrap rum.
It comes out like yellowish.
Now, this is really interesting. Looking at everybody's entries,
Black
we're
snap.
looking at
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
So but I saw 3
Trevor
or 4
has
with
one
rye
entry.
first.
Trevor just put rum, Jamaican rum.
Yeah. Trevor loves rum. He had, I don't know if he still does, a
got mezcal.
fantastic
Jamaican rum is
collection
amazing.
of
Oh,
rum.
Trevor's
Like,
collection was insane.
Jamaican rum brought you by Smith and Cross.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
sponsor this show.
the soon to be sponsor
Another
of the drinking
opportunity.
buddies.
The plug, plugs with the crook.
There's the plug.
cognac, and whiskey. No, but it's
I
really
need to pull out my bottle of Smith and Cross. I feel left out here.
Help us out here,
You
guys.
should.
Help
You
us
should.
out.
but it is interesting to see people's different tastes and how they actually look at their spirits, because for some reason, like I see a lot of rye, a little bit of tequila. Whiskey is kind of middle of the road for a lot of people, and
It's
I
so
know.
Good, Jess.
I know
It's
for
so
me,
good.
whiskey, everything I have on here, and vodka comes in last.
This is a new bottle too.
I don't know that there's a home run here. Like, I don't think there's a runaway number 1.
No, there's not. There's not there. Usually, if you put
It looks like whiskey might be ahead of everything, but not by much.
if you put it up in a poll on, say, YouTube, usually 80% of the time those polls will show whiskey first. But rum has had a huge kick. But depending on how you phrase the question, you know, what is your favorite spirit-based cocktail? Then it changes. I find that rum is really popular,
Mhm.
and people really have an interest in tequila. Tequila is just blowing up right now.
Well, it's
right?
the best selling.
You know what?
spirit.
You know what annoys me, and I might offend some Americans here, is when
Watch,
you ask someone
watch.
what their
Careful.
you ask people what their favorite spirit is, and they say bourbon.
We have
I'm like-
Luke's, Rob.
Get him, Dino. Get him.
It's like when you ask
Fantastic.
someone what their favorite spirit is, and they act like bourbon is its own category. It's a whiskey.
It
It
is.
is its own.
It's not its own
Don't
category.
you dare tell me different.
I mean,
I
to
didn't even hear what Rob said.
be fair, Scotch people do the same. but
Yes.
but it's
Sure.
to me it's all because whiskey's my favorite spirit, and
No.
I combine all of it.
Well, there's whiskey, but there's different types of whiskey, different.
Of course, and if I were to rate my favorite kinds of whiskey, I would say number 1 is Islay Scotch for
Yeah.
me. Number 2 is bourbon. Number 3 is Speyside Scotch. So that's like I rate them by styles.
That's
And
interesting.
number 4, I'd probably go with rye.
You know what's interesting, Rob, is that when we first met and started doing this YouTube thing, you weren't in love with bourbon.
No,
So,
because I
so
didn't have a lot.
So now it's number 2, which means obviously you started tasting better bourbons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
I haven't cracked this
Oh.
one open yet.
If you go
What is-
to,
ooh,
if you're
yum.
ever in Ottawa, in Ontario, near actually not that far from where Rob lives, North of Seven Distillery has a fantastic whiskey that, if it was made in Kentucky, would be a bourbon.
Yeah, I've got
Absolutely.
a nice cask strength corn whiskey from Ontario, some right here in Ontario, Last Straw Distillery, and it's basically Canadian bourbon. It's really good.
I think it's time for some vino trivia, guys.
Yes,
Do it.
yes, we need
All right,
trivia.
let's go.
We need
All
trivia.
right,
People are
so
getting bored.
ready? This is one I actually did not know, and I'm learning this today for the first time. In which country? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree?
Oh,
I did not know this answer.
I don't know this.
I like it a lot. I can tell you that. Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree, guys?
Hmm.
Can you imagine the first like family to bring a friggin' tree inside?
Ah,
The wife is just like, "The hell are you doing?"
Oh, look at this. We got answers. We got
Yeah, we
A
answers.
lot of
Yeah, I
Germany
feel like
and
it
a lot
might
of
be one
Yeah.
of these Scandinavian.
It's
no, it's
Germany.
actually, I don't think it's Scandinavian.
It's Germany. It is.
It
oh, is it Germany?
Yep,
Oh,
yep. So Gnome's
wow.
Tavern, even though he put Germain, we'll take that.
That's
the judges will
actually
take that for Germany.
Germany is also the birthplace, I believe, of the Yule log. I believe.
Like the chocolate one.
Well, no, the idea of the Yule log. Where you, I like. God, I love those.
Because I'm pretty sure
Anyway,
that's France.
no, you actually where you get that Yule log, that's the special big huge log that you would burn at Christmas time.
Okay.
It's called the Yule log, right?
An actual Yule log.
all
not
these
the
people,
symbol.
all these people knew Germany. I feel so
Wow.
embarrassed. I tend to be like a fountain of information.
My wife got it, and I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh. Well, all right. Here's the second question, guys. Ready? This is an easy one, but you're all gonna. What's funny about this is you're all gonna sing it in your head before you get the answer. Ready?
Yeah.
According to the song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas?
Oh,
Which
God.
means you're gonna have to sing
Oh,
all
my
of them probably to get it.
You know what? The worst
This
part
answer
is
might
that
take a while to come in.
the first thing that came to my head was a hippopotamus.
Eat of them?
Hippopotamus?
See you
Because
later.
all the easy ones.
You know what the funniest thing about that song though is that like the first
I
like
think it's
7
right.
days are like 50 birds. Like, why
What?
would you give someone 50
aviary?
birds?
Ooh, Zach and
Yes.
Tyler and
Tyler,
and
yeah.
Iceman. All right, nice.
And remember,
nice.
Stefan
It is Maids and
Canadian.
Milking.
It
baby.
is
the
the
house
maids of
tempo.
milking. That is
Which
a
I'm
weird
not sure
gift.
what Maids and Milking is.
What is the maids of milking?
What's
That's
the Maids
milk
and
maid.
Milking, guys?
It
If
sounds
you know what
dirty.
Maids and Milking, that's what
Milking
it is.
rods, PJ. What the-
Milking bro.
That's the 50 Sinatra
That's what it
version.
is from now on. Milking
That's
rods.
that's the 50
Eight
Shades of
milking
Grey version.
rods.
That's the Frank Sinatra version.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
So
Eight
that's-
mil-
Yeah. And the sad part is, I had number 7 off the top of my head right away, and I couldn't remember number 8.
milking.
Eight,
cows.
8.
See, you're up on the board again, Zach.
Milking. Zach gets extra points just for using the word degenerates. I like
You can
it.
milk anything, I heard.
Yeah.
Is that true, Zach? Can you milk anything? I got nipples. Can you milk me?
Oh. Okay. That's your
All right,
very
here's the
own
next
OnlyFans.
question, guys. Before we get too dirty down this hole here, which fairy tale was the first gingerbread house inspired by? Which fairy tale?
I know that one.
Shrek
sorta.
is not a valid answer.
No, Shrek came a little after the gingerbread house. So which fairy tale inspired the gingerbread house?
Not the gumdrop buttons.
Ooh,
And
man,
by the way,
Tyler and
I
Zach
agree
are
with Zach.
lighting it up today.
Hansel
Oh,
and
is that
Gretel.
fun? All right, guys, it is Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel.
Yes, but who
Also,
wrote that
he's so
fairy?
hot.
Where do you first hear that fairy tale?
Is it the Brothers Grimm? Because they wrote like everything.
No, they didn't, because there's Hans Christian Andersen too.
Oh, I don't know. I just know that a lot of like the Disney fairy tales are
No, the Brothers And they're made very kind and gentle for children.
yes, because
They were dark.
the original ones are quite dark.
It's a witch in
course.
an oven.
Frosty the Snowman. I
All right,
know who
ready?
that is.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this line? Okay. Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. Come on, reach into the child in you, folks.
I have no
Ooh.
idea.
The
I give you a little-
Absolutely no idea.
Oh, I almost teared up saying that.
Just a sec. That
I
sounds
just saw
like it comes out of a
Vino running
movie.
around in his PJs going, Merry Christmas, all.
Oh,
Merry Christmas, everyone.
God
bless
bless
us,
us, everyone. Hallmark.
Tyler, I drink bourbon and I know
Mama,
things.
can we open our gifts now?
Dr. Seuss. Is it Dr. Seuss?
It's Dr. Seuss, my man.
Dr.
man,
Seuss. There we go.
Iceman.
Iceman got it.
Wow. What story is that of?
Nice.
Is that the Grinch?
Nice. Sean is correct. Sean is correct.
Is that from The Grinch? Theodore Giesel? Who's that?
That's Dr. Seuss.
Oh, is that
All right, ready?
Dr. Seuss's name?
Yep, that's his actual name. Zach with the knowledge.
All right, here's
Grandma.
another one, guys. This is an easy one. Ready? 3 of Santa's reindeers' names begin with the letter D. What are the name of those reindeers? 3 of his reindeers start with the letter D.
I can't say what I was about to say.
Oh, but say it, Dave.
We're not
Let's
talking
Well,
anatomy.
well,
here.
we don't want to get demonetized.
Start with a D, really? Oh, okay, I know.
Yeah. There is.
Come on,
Find out
folks.
they got
I actually
And the
don't know.
song
'Cause it-
actually starts off with the first D guy.
yeah, it starts with 2 D's, but then it goes to a P. So it screws me over. Oh, I know it. Okay, I know it.
Oh, yeah. Tyler, Peter,
Darn.
Iceman.
No, dastardly.
By the way, folks,
Love
if
it.
you're not watching on Vino's channel and catching this chat, it's worth catching the chat.
Yeah, you're missing out
Let
on
me
the
tell
chat,
you
folks,
about
if you're
that.
not on my
My-
channel.
Okay, my new favorite reindeer is officially dastardly.
Absolutely.
I like
Dastardly.
Dartmouth personally.
Dartmouth.
Not for the highly educated reindeer.
Darn it.
All right, so you guys nailed that. All right, here's a good one.
Okay.
Here's a good one I never knew.
What?
What was the first company to use Santa Claus in advertising?
Oh, I know that one.
Oh, I have a guess here.
Rob,
I'm
put it in the
curious.
private chat for that we can that we
Was
have.
it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Put it in the our private chat.
Oh,
Yeah, Rob.
think Rob
nice.
is correct.
Tech for me.
Yes.
Oh, a lot of people got it.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's
Yeah,
not
that was my
Sears.
guess. Okay.
Dasher, Donner, Amanda.
Sorry, Zach. It's not Sears.
That would have been
Well,
a good
you know
guess.
It
what?
could have been. That's actually. I agree with you.
And
Jack.
actually,
That's a really good answer.
fun. I don't know if you guys remember that, but this is probably like 25 years ago because Coca-Cola like created the like they didn't create like Saint Nicholas, but like the Santa that we know
Our
that
current
has this
image.
hat.
The
They
image.
created that image, and about 20 years ago, Pepsi did a commercial and they had a blue Santa, and they tried pushing that, and it just didn't work. But
No, that's like Hanukkah Harry. That's like Hanukkah Harry. You ever hear Hanukkah Harry?
but I remember
Yeah,
I distinctly as a
actually,
kid remember, and I
Dusker
and
Catch is correct. It's a Norman Rockwell painting.
Mhm.
It's actually, and he's correct.
Hmm.
So
But I distinctly remember that
Coca-Cola
like
ripped off
Pepsi ad
somebody
with a
more.
blue Santa, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "Get out of here! What are you doing?"
now you know that Santa was high on Coke because he was drinking Coca-Cola, right?
That's how he got the reindeers to fly up.
You better believe it. That's how he was able to get to everybody's house on time.
All All right, are we ready for round 3 of drinkers or what?
I'm making mine.
I think
But I
so.
figured I'd get some
You're on
stuff
it.
ready before I tell you
Alright.
guys what's in it.
Which one's that, Jess? I'll put it up on the screen.
We're making the Mrs. Black.
Ah, yes.
And Dave, when you were talking about smoked cocktails before,
Yep.
I was sitting here doing my best Dr. Evil because I was like, we have one coming up.
Oh, that's right, because you got some blended scotch in there.
That's right. So I'm using the Monkey Shoulder blended scotch, which I love. I'm using Mr. Black. I'm also super excited to use Peter Patrician makes small batch bitters. And if any of you guys know Peter from Steve the Bartender's cocktail group or Instagram.
He should be in the live. Why isn't he here right now?
Because he doesn't know.
Yeah, I have a bunch of his things. They're so good.
That's awesome.
I have never, he sent me this box. I just got these literally yesterday. I'm super excited to try them out. So, oh my God, that smells incredible.
They're really,
All right,
they're really
so
good. Which ones do you have, Jess?
I have the orange and the aromatic, but actually he sent me, can you guys see this? He sent me a mystery liqueur with the instructions, do not burn.
Does it have a skull and bones in the back too?
Uh-oh.
And I have a feeling, I haven't opened this yet. Maybe we'll open this when we're done. I have a feeling I know what this might be simply because if any of you guys watch my channel, I set chartreuse on fire last week
Why?
for a hot chocolate cocktail. And I
Yeah,
think
it was really good.
you're apoplectic.
As long as it's not like cyanide bitters.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be cyanide too.
It could be
No,
cyanide.
no.
Maybe he wants to murder me for setting hot chocolate on fire. I wouldn't blame him. So yeah, I'm adding some orange bitters, blended scotch, some Mr. Black, and a little bit of this spice syrup that I sent to you guys. And
The one you mean the one you sent to Rob and Dave? That one?
yes.
Well, she sent it to me, but mine got thrown against the wall.
Listen, blame UPS, man.
Damn it!
I
All right,
know.
Rob, we got it. We got it, Rob. I will say, Jess, your bottles, the
Yeah, those bottles
the
look
labeling is
Yep.
amazing.
They look fantastic.
Awesome. We'll see. This is my sort of test run. I'm kind of getting the idea that maybe I'll sell these. We'll see. I also sent you guys a pecan orgeat, which is one of my favorite things.
Polly's Bar, yeah, we'll have to try and do that. We will.
And let me see here. Hold on one second. All right, so we're gonna let that hang out and dilute, but let's set some shit on fire.
Let's set some shit on fire.
Oh, she's been drinking.
I have
You
my
might,
torch,
maybe, can you
but
put your
no,
hair in a
I did
ponytail
this
for this, Jess? Because I'm just getting nervous.
What's that?
Like, can you put your hair in a ponytail? I'm a little nervous.
Is this better?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Just a little nervous.
So we're just gonna break some cinnamon sticks. And this is so easy. Like I'm just putting this in a little skillet because I don't want to torch my butcher block. And I have my glass. Let's see if I can do this high enough for you guys to see it. Actually, hold on. I have to make like a little campfire. Ooh, it already smells good just in that few seconds.
So now that this is interesting. This is one way to do it. And smoke drinks are interesting because some of them work really, really well, and some of them don't work the way you'd like.
I've got a dome
I got
and
no
like a
there,
smoke.
Jess.
I have a smoking gun and a dome, so you can put like the finished drink and like
Yep.
in the dome. And I find it looks nice. It's impressive. I find you definitely get it on the first couple sips, but
Yeah.
that flavor dissipates afterwards.
Yes.
It does not infuse like the whole drink with
Yeah,
smoke.
like this is not smoking the cocktail. This is smoking the glass, and there's a distinct difference and different purpose for each.
Mhm.
This is definitely just to get like that initial smell because the cinnamon flavor is reinforced by that spiced syrup.
Nice, Tyler. Nice.
Yep.
I tell you, the wives love it. The wife, my wife, my sister-in-law, they love that cocktail.
The Christmas rush.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very easy to
Where is?
What's the best wood plank to use as a smoked drink? That depends on what kind of flavor you want to get for the drink. So
I don't know if you guys can see the smoke coming off of this. It's kind of my light's kind of killing it.
yeah, I can
sorta.
see it. Yeah, hickory works with bourbon really well.
Oh, it smells so good.
Cedar.
Mm.
Cedar does, but you have to be careful because too much cedar can be toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know,
Oh, I did not know that. That's good to know, Dave.
well, I mean, like how much?
Rob, we're gonna push it.
Rob wants to get right to the edge. Rob wants to get right to the edge of that.
Well, just
Where is
sure.
the threshold? And back up an inch.
And also, let me show you guys. By the way, like, so the way I did it that way because not everybody has a smoker top.
Yep.
If you have a smoker top, that makes life easy too. Like Foghat makes this. Our buddy
Yep.
from Latvia, Dimitri, sent me this loft rocket on Instagram. So you can smoke a cocktail with one of these, super easy.
No,
but if
absolutely.
you don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
one,
Well, you can do the old standby. Just light it up, put it down on your thing, put the glass on it, and you can either fill the glass, let the glass completely take out the flame, or you can have it slightly canted just to allow a little bit of oxygen through, right?
mhm.
Zach, which channel are
He's
you
on,
watching?
he's on mine.
He's on yours. Okay, so that should be where you are.
Guys, if you're not on my channel, you're missing most of the comments.
The reason is we're streaming this to everyone's channel, but depending on which channel you're on, you may or may not see other comments.
Right.
We're telling everyone to go watch it on Vino's channel. That's 60-second cocktails. So if you go
My
watch it there,
channel
you
seems
should
to be
get.
showing all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is everyone on? is
Well,
everyone on
I've got
yours?
13. I've got 13 right now on my channel watching. So I think most are probably on mine. How many do you have in yours, Dave?
It looks like 9 as of right now.
Yeah. They might not all
But-
be chatting though. It could just be people
Yeah.
stalking.
Yeah, and that could be it because I may have set mine up differently than you did too. So, but the fact that everybody, I love the conversation that's going.
Yeah,
on
it's great to have
in the
conversation
chat,
going. So
right?
that's why. I mean, we're not too worried about views. We want
Right.
to get Vino lots of views, so that's why we're sending everyone there.
Yeah,
So
so
listen-
anybody I've got a bunch of people watching on my channel right now. If you are not subscribed to any of these 3 other
Yeah,
guys,
make sure you're
please
subscribing.
do.
Yes.
But especially my man Vino. Yes, go check out Vino's channel.
Oh, your wife left you for me, Rob. It's about to happen, brother.
Aw, my
Listen,
wife left me for Vino.
So, who wrote this? Chestnuts. So Cesar wrote chestnuts roasting on an open fire. So the Christmas song is my favorite Christmas song of all time. The Nat King Cole's version.
Oh, that's a beautiful
Oh
song.
my God, I love
That's,
it.
Yeah.
that's great.
Everybody
One
in
of
the
my
comments.
favorites.
Hold on. Everybody in the comments. What is your favorite Christmas song?
And
One
if
of
you're
my
gonna
favorite-
write Mariah Carey, get off the live right now.
I love that song.
That's my
you know
daughter's
what?
favorite.
I do
That's
like
my
it
daughter's
too. So
favorite,
It's
I just-
catchy.
I find it hilarious how it's become such a meme.
Mhm.
Like even around like Halloween, people
You
start
start
posting
hearing it,
memes where it's
yeah.
like she's
Yeah.
defrosting. and things like that.
I saw some stat that she makes like $200 million a year off the royalties
Crazy.
of that
I can
song.
imagine. Yeah, that I mean.
So the
now it's
number one
played.
Christmas songs all time sales wise before that was White Christmas, Bing Crosby.
That's my favorite.
Wow.
That's I love that song, but she's obviously just it's unbelievable what she's done with that song. It's like it's like Coles has it on repeat the entire time you're in Coles.
You know, one of my favorite holiday songs is it's not technically a Christmas song, but Adam Sandler, the Hanukkah song.
That's a
That's
great
like-
song.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good. That is good.
So Rob,
know
what's
what?
your favorite, Rob? What's your favorite Christmas song?
This Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special had some great ones. I have lots of favorite Christmas songs. I'm a huge fan of Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They do like rock opera style music, but it's all Christmas music. It's fantastic. They used to tour. I've seen them in concert. Well, they tour every year, but they used to come to Canada. They don't seem to do that anymore. But I've seen them in concert 3 times, and they're just phenomenal.
Great. By the way, great choices in the comments, man. Oh, baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Vince Guaraldi's Christmas Time from
Dean
Charlie
Martin,
Brown and that. Oh,
Yeah, so,
love
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Love it.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're,
dude,
they're,
great
they're
choices,
amazing.
guys.
I've seen them 3 times, and they're so good.
What is Stefano?
what was
gotta
that?
give, like all fancy with Roche voici.
Rock voisin, c'est rock voisin, man.
Roche voici ifantouba. What is that?
L'enfant du tambour. It's the drummer boy.
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't you just say
Little
the drummer
drummer
boy?
Little drummer boy, but it's French.
You couldn't
David,
just say
shake
Nate
it with the
Lee's
power of the
drummer
thousand
boy?
waters. Hold on.
Le petit drummer boy.
1,000 lines.
Yes, but we tend to translate the whole thing, not just one word.
My wife's favorite is Last Christmas I Gave You My
Oh, I
Heart.
love that.
Yeah, that's my
Wham!
favorite. That's my wife's favorite.
I like anything off of the Home Alone soundtrack.
Rocking around.
Yes.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
No, that is really good.
I'm partial to the old songs, like the old, crooners and stuff.
No one's saying that. No one's saying the Chipmunks.
No.
Because I don't have any helium.
Oh, mama got ran over by a reindeer.
Oh, God.
Do you guys listen to music while you're in the kitchen, at
Oh,
your
always.
bars
I
creating?
always have music on. It's never
Always,
off.
yeah.
It's only off right now because I don't want Rob to get demonetized.
I was thinking, I feel like we should share. Like I have on Spotify, I have like a Savage Kitchen playlist
Uh-huh.
that I tend to play when I'm in the kitchen, and I feel like I want to share it so people have like.
Was
You
it
should
up?
make
Is that
it-
was
you
it
should make it
Spotify?
live
Then?
For everybody to
I'm on iTunes, Apple Music. I'm on Apple Music.
Yeah, I'm on iTunes as well. So I
No,
don't
I'm not one
use
of the cool kids.
Spotify.
I'm on Spotify. I was on Pandora forever.
You know what? Since I,
Shades of Christmas.
since I have young kids, though, my Christmas playlist does include quite a bit of Wiggles Christmas songs. And I don't even care. They're awesome.
No, my daughter's singing Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Christmas songs. You should
Oh, I
see-
love
you
it.
hear her. She's like, "Baby, it's cold outside."
The mini pops. Really?
Or how about Weird Al, "The Night Santa Went Crazy"?
Yeah.
That song's fantastic.
I'm not too big a fan of the goof songs. Like, I'm not too.
I like some of the goof songs.
Yeah.
So I have this cocktail made that Rob made.
Was that? Did you just make a cocktail?
Forgot about Dave.
I made a
Oh,
cocktail
alright.
the entire
Wait,
time.
Which one is it?
Dave-
I'll go
what
put
did
it on
Dave
the
make
screen.
again? What did Dave make?
Polar
For
bear.
those of you who don't know what I made, I've made a polar bear.
There it is.
Creme de la creme,
The polar bear is really simple. A
didn't
white
even know
creme
you
de
were making-
cacao, a peppermint schnapps, or you could use a white creme de menthe if you want, and a vodka. Works really good. It's like actually an after-8 dinner mint in your mouth.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
in your mouth?
Not
In your mouth.
Ooh.
Not in your hand. Well, in my hand and in my mouth. I'm having my cake and drinking it too.
That's a hell of a night, my friend.
Simple and
Christmas
easy.
came early.
Absolutely
This is-
fantastic.
This is Drinking Buddies After Dark.
But
I think our Valentine's Day drinking buddies has to be a little later and a little more risky.
Oh boy,
so, but
I
it's really
still
simple.
have
Really
nightmares
nightmares.
from the last.
We
That
don't
was
want too
gonna
much
be
Valentine's
male
Day.
energy that
fans.
night, so we might have to invite Jess and Ann to, kind of help us out there a little bit.
All right, so how?
Caesar,
so,
how do I get
oh, yeah.
to Vino's page? Hold on, let's post
Post links for everybody.
Give me a second.
Yeah, Rob, will you Caesar, which page are you watching on? Whose channel are
Type
you
in
on?
62ND space cocktails. 60-second cocktails. Like 62nd Street cocktails or 62.
I think it might be time to change my channel name and make it a little easier for people to figure out.
because
Yeah, I put it up
David
on the
can't
screen.
figure
There
it
it is.
out. But that's only because David is David.
Yeah.
It's okay, nobody ever can spell mine.
Yours is because it's like mine. It has like a double kind of thing.
Right.
It's true. Yeah, because yours is like
Everybody can remember Savage, but nobody
savage,
spells
but they
it.
don't know how to spell it.
Right.
And
Which
you know what's
is
crazy?
unbelievable.
Even if you type it in correctly, the regular
autocorrects.
Savage one comes up first.
All right,
Yes.
Vino, you're making a drink.
Yes, I am, sir.
My God, you guys have to tell me this shit.
Well, by the way,
So,
Vino's
This is what-
making a
okay, talk
cocktail,
about this
just so
one
you
here.
know.
Talk about this drink, Vino.
So the cocktail making is called Cella's chocolate covered cherries. Now I don't know if you guys ever had these before.
Chocolate
They're
covered
these chocolate covered
fantastic.
cherries that are really big during like the holidays,
Is this
especially
the
out
one
here
that
in
comes
New
in
York.
that little yellow box?
No, they come in a red box and they have the cherry inside, the cordial.
It's
There's-
really,
it's like really big during Christmas out here.
those are
And so
really
I love it. So one day I said to myself, I'd love to make that into a cocktail somehow. And so I was fooling around the kitchen over here, listening to some music, and I came up with something that tastes almost exactly like it. And I was so happy.
Nice.
And anyone that's tried it, that's had the chocolate before, agrees. It's like, whoa, this is super accurate.
There's nothing wrong with 60-second cocktails. His name is
I
fine.
like the addition of the amaretto in there because the amaretto does have that like cherry,
It does.
maraschino cherry kind of
Yep.
flavor going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm similar to Jess in that I spend most of my career in the catering events business, and so it was all about specialty cocktails. Every single client wanted something special and unique, and so I was always trying to make stuff that tasted like something else.
All you do is you just say, "I'll give you something special," and you just got to say it in that. You want something special?
Then you go pull down the bullets and the cigarettes from the air ducts.
Just a second. Bullets and cigarettes and some broken glass.
Yeah.
Get my Nick and Nora here.
Yeah, Vino, when I saw this was one of the recipes you're doing,
Cheers. Thanks,
this
Caesar.
sounds amazing.
Have you ever had these before, though, Jess? The chocolate cherry?
Oh, the cherries? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
Oh,
about.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. I don't
That's
know. Maybe
what
in
the
Canada
drink-
they
I'm
don't
like-
have the brand.
We have this yellow. I don't know what they're called. Anyone from Canada, to help me out here. We have this candy that's like a chocolate with a cherry in the middle, like a
Yes.
cherry filling, and it's
Mhm.
like in a little yellow box. I've
Mhm.
had it one time. I think they're disgusting.
There's ones that you can
This
get in a
is-
black box that are better, that have the actual liqueur in there with the cherry.
Okay, this is not liqueur. It's just
Those
cherry.
are the ones, Dave. Whatever you're
Okay.
talking about is similar
Yeah.
to what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I mean,
Oh, absolutely fantastic.
so
And I used
good.
to, as a kid, especially, you'd be like, and
It
Yeah,
also
so
depends
good.
the type of cherry that's in the middle too. Like Rob, the ones you're talking about is that atomic red.
and what you oh, yes.
Probably,
And
yeah.
what
I
you
mean,
do
I've had it
is
one time, and I thought it was just absolutely.
Yeah.
You take the top
Gnarly.
layer off and you grab a bunch of the chocolates and you put it back down. So you've got handfuls of chocolates and nobody knows.
Cherry
blossoms.
blossoms.
I
That's
haven't
it.
made this in a
Ice
while.
Man got it.
I
Cherry
think it is.
blossoms. That's the candy I'm thinking about.
If you
And
guys have
it's-
had
it's-
Cella's chocolate
it's awful.
covered cherries, let me know. Put it in the comments.
Here you go. My wife put it too. Cherry blossoms. They're
Cheers,
terrible.
folks.
We always just call them cherry cordials.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it tastes. Oh my god, it tastes exactly like it. It's crazy.
Rob, will you put that recipe back up again? I want to look at that again real quick.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
so
have to-
Jess,
I'm
and
gonna
you
take a
have it.
picture.
You'll agree. It's
The
I feel
cello
like I
is
have
literally
all of
exactly
these
like it.
ingredients.
We got 1.5 ounce of cognac. We got 3/4 ounce of cherry herring
oh
or
my
cherry.
god.
Half ounce creme de
I
cacao.
might have to make
1/4
this.
ounce of amaretto, and 3 dashes of chocolate bitters. I feel like
That
you could
sounds
probably do some cherry bitters as well.
Rob, is my
No,
recipe.
No, you don't. You don't.
Don't
No,
change
you
it.
don't. You wouldn't put
Don't-
cherry bitter in that.
don't
You
touch
don't
my
like
recipe.
that bitter.
You know what, Vino? I'm gonna make it with cherry bitters, and I'm gonna serve it in a pint glass. Just for you.
I'd drink that.
I actually would too, dude. Is that good?
It's like the chick that makes the old fashioned with like the half a bottle of bourbon.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
video. Actually, did you watch there's another one that kind of put, that one is terrible, but what was it? That guy who does the he's like the Gordon Ramsay of the
Yeah,
bartending
he actually
world.
put everything into perspective about why that happened when it happened.
Did he
Oh, yeah.
really?
And, oh yeah, because she was being paid to do an acting gig. She had worked at the bar.
Oh yeah, no. But I'm
and
talking
they
about
closed at 2:00. So by the time you're done cleaning, it's like close to 4:00 in the morning. She got there. She was dead tired. They didn't give her any tools, and she's like, "Screw this! You're paying me for it. This is how you make it," and walked away. And it's not the way it is because she actually knows how to make it.
so,
She was
but no,
just
but
like,
there's another
okay.
video that surfaced of John Taffer, the guy.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the
Bar rescue guy?
He's on like a morning show or something, and he's showing how to make a Manhattan.
Oh, I
And
saw that.
he-
Yeah.
He starts by muddling cherries, and then he
What?
puts bourbon, and then
No
he puts
vermouth.
bitters, and then he stirs it. No vermouth. He
No
just
sweet
complete.
vermouth.
It's like he completely
Okay.
forgot the vermouth. It's just like, oh my god. And this is a guy who's supposed to be like
Yeah, but he always has bar experts come on. He's like the
Yeah.
business guy.
I
Yeah,
guess.
he's a business guy. He's not really a
Yeah.
But this Johnny Drinks guy, who's really, really, like a really big
Yeah.
bartending guy, he
Yeah.
made an amaretto sour the other day. That was I
Oh.
was like, oh my god,
I
what
saw
was
that.
this? It was crazy. I'm like, wow. Like the problem with that is a guy who's in the industry, like then people come to you and say, hey, can I get an amaretto sour? And when you don't make it like that, they think you don't know what you're doing. Meanwhile, he made it wrong.
Ooh.
Well, he made his version.
No, it was
Right.
wrong. It was just wrong. There's wrong and there's your version. That was
Have
wrong.
you guys been watching Drink Masters? Has anybody been
No.
watching
No, I
Drink
haven't.
No.
Masters?
I've
been
heard
told
it's
about
good. I've heard it's good to
It's
watch.
interesting. It's so one of the hosts, Frankie Solaric, bar chef, that guy is just so wildly talented. It's unreal. Like he does, like the cocktails are beautiful flavor wise, but then he does these like
Have you?
landscape diorama things presentation wise that are
Oh, yeah.
outrageous. So he's one of the judges.
He's got
But
a
then
great
it's
book.
like Survivor for
He
cocktails,
has a
right?
really good book.
And like, I don't know. They picked very clashing personalities because it's reality TV. It's like a
course.
lot of hipster nonsense. I don't know. But there are some interesting drinks on there, and the presentations are pretty great. So I'd be curious for you guys to watch and hear.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Hey Rob,
Yeah.
look at DJ Succotash goes. What did I do to deserve this flat, flavorless Manhattan? If you guys don't know,
Exactly.
that's a quote from The Simpsons. It's the best.
Is that what episode? Is that the one where Bart makes one? Or
Yeah, he makes it for the mafia
yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
What?
he shook it, and he shook it. By the way, so he
He
actually
did. He
did it
shook
wrong.
it. Yeah.
A shaken Manhattan.
That just goes
But
to show that
shake
the writers
you
didn't
can
know.
shake a
What
Manhattan, though.
well,
right?
you can.
You
but
can.
I mean, not supposed to.
I don't recommend it because generally
Tyler,
you're going to
yes.
stir your Manhattan. But you can shake it. It's just going to introduce more air and it's going to change the texture of the drink and the look. Right?
You can
But
shake. You can stir anything you want. It's about it's gonna obviously change the dynamic of the cocktail.
All right, I'm
You
going to
can-
go ahead and
you
make
can-
my.
You can stir. You can stir a margarita. It's just
Oh, shit, where's mine?
sophistry. Sophistry. You got to shake it.
Again, I really wish I sent you guys these marshmallows. I'm sorry.
You know, Jess.
I really wish I had
I'm-
something from you,
I,
Jess.
I really wish.
You
that
know, you're going to get marshmallows because I have them now. They'll be in your care package.
All right.
whipping
beautiful.
out the Advocat now. So I'm gonna be making the Christmas Velvet Alexander. Now, aside from, so everyone knows that I make my own Advocat. Check out the
See you later, no.
check out the
Later, Noam.
recipe on my channel. I know that Iceman made it recently, so listen up. This is other than the snowball, this is probably my favorite use of the Advocat. So this is the
Nice.
Christmas Velvet Alexander.
So
And
Iceman made the avocado.
He made the Advocat, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
I don't know that I've never
um,
had Advocat.
it's a Dutch liqueur that is basically brandy, eggs, and sugar. You're
That
basically
sounds
making.
delicious.
Oh yeah, it's
Right
amazing. You're
now.
basically making like a custard
A flip.
out of eggs and sugar, and then you're adding brandy to it. And
A flip, as David said. Yeah, awesome. I love it.
so so this is my Advocat, and it
Mhm.
works surprisingly well with gin. So
Mm.
we're doing equal parts of Advocat and gin. Obviously, you start with the Advocat because it's so thick, as you can probably see here. It's like
Mhm.
oozing out.
Well, actually, they can't really see because it's so small.
It's
on
a
the
small screen, yeah, I know. But it's very thick, so we're going to start with the Advocat because then our gin will soak up the rest.
Yep.
I love when gin soaks things up. It's very Miss
For
Hannigan.
gin, I'm just using Beefeater. We want a pretty standard.
If you
dry
guys are
gin.
big fans of gin, Jess has some really cool merch on her channel. With some. What's the gin? What's the gin? What's the gin code you
The
have?
gin
Jess?
one is my favorite. It says "try again," but the A's are crossed out, so it really says "try gin."
Yeah, I love that. Hysterical.
Nice.
That one's my favorite. Actually, I just ordered myself some shirts to have some
Oh.
samples.
Mm.
They're really nice.
I wish you
doing,
had I wish you had
cheering.
the whiskey the hoodie.
Oh, I can do
I'm
that.
not-
I'll
I'm
make a
not-
whiskey hoodie.
Yeah, I like gin, but I'm not like whiskey's my shit. So I would buy
Same.
that.
I
would
in
buy
fact, I ordered myself the long sleeve, the whiskey shirt. I've been wearing
Uh-huh.
it all week. I love that thing.
Oh yeah. I would buy the whiskey hoodie because we're cold here now, so I need a hoodie.
All right, I hear you. I'll make a
Cold?
whiskey.
You guys don't get cold down there?
Not negative 40, you maniac.
It's not Florida here, Dave. For you guys, it probably feels like Florida.
You kidding? It's a balmy like -1 out. It's not. It's gorgeous.
Sonny, Windex and gin. I'm cleaning my house.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. See you later, John. Have a good one.
See you, John.
John, that's out here. Take care, pal.
Yeah. And I think.
Hey, look who's here. Old fashioned ways.
Hey, Doc. How you doing?
The doc.
Hey, how's it going? All right, so we've got the Christmas Velvet Alexander. For garnish on this one, we're going to do a little bit of nutmeg.
That is known as bartender's cocaine. Everybody. just so you know.
Bartender's cocaine.
Okay, I'm an addict.
I'm pretty sure that.
You know what? I
that's-
should
you
make a.
coined
I
that
should
phrase.
make a shirt out of that.
You should. And there it is. That's so good. It's very eggnoggish because of the Advocat, but the gin, it's amazing. Advocat and gin work really well together. It lightens it, so it's not
Yep.
as like thick and creamy. And the sherry does the same thing. It kind of just brightens it up and lightens it a bit. And this is just a really
I have a
nice
question
way
for
to
you.
enjoy your Advocat. It doesn't feel as heavy as eggnog, but it's
Hmm.
very similar in flavor.
So here's a question for you: gin types. Do you prefer using, say, a dry style gin, like a London style dry gin, or do you prefer something a little bit more floral or a little bit more sweet when you actually mix that?
I think I prefer. I mean, I like floral. I'm not a big fan of sweet in gin, but I do like on the drier side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to experiment with different kind of. I think I prefer floral to overly citrus gin.
Interesting. I like the citrusy, like
Yes.
the Mediterranean gins.
You know, one gin, a Canadian gin that's really popular mainly because of the color is the Empress gin, and
Oh,
I do
I
not
love
like.
that.
I do not like that one at all.
Really?
I've never gotten it. I never picked it up. I
Zach.
never bought into it. I
It
never
is
bought
on
into
the
it.
sweet side for gin.
It is
I think.
sweeter and
Yeah.
I think it's very citrusy.
Mhm.
I think it's popular because
The
of
color.
that, like the color
It has a
changing
color.
properties.
Yeah, it's
color
got
change.
a
But it doesn't
Yeah.
do
All
much.
right, Zach,
for
take
me.
it easy. Zach, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, Zach.
Later.
Yeah, I don't think it does much to me in terms of like. I think it's fine. I don't hate it. I just think it's like,
Mhm.
all right, it's a gin. You know?
Interestingly enough, there's a lot of local distilleries, and I always recommend buy local when possible.
Mhm.
It's usually that should be something that everybody is trumpeting, right? Buy local because you've got some great different variations
for
of
sure.
gins that are out there. Well, not just gins, vodkas,
But
a few
it's-
that are doing whiskey, and there's a couple of people doing rums.
Mhm.
Especially gin though, because it doesn't
Yeah.
age. So every distillery can make a gin.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think the
And
only
they can
one
all-
here who's had Steve the bartender's gin is Stefan, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody else
Does
here
he have
have
it?
it?
Seriously?
I
Oh,
Well,
don't know.
Andrew
wanted-
has it too.
Yeah, but I don't know if Andrew's in the. If
He's
Andrew's in the
close
chat or
by
not.
though.
I
I know
want
that
that
Stefan
gin
is-
Andrew's had
so
it.
badly.
I think Stefan's about an hour away from me currently.
Stefan's definitely had it. Andrew obviously has. I don't know if anyone else is located out there.
Reed's has some great stuff. Dylan's is good. Wildlife out of Alberta is good. First Light Distillery is good. King's
So
Law's
Andrew's
not
had a few
bad.
bottles, all right.
That's just
Andrew.
some of the locals I've had.
Andrew,
got
which
s-
bottles have you had?
Yes.
Steve makes a bunch like that.
He's got
Distillery makes a
3.
ton of really cool flavors too.
Oh,
it's like
the
super intriguing.
Grenache flavored gin sounded wild.
Oh
the
my
coconut
God.
was best.
I don't know any other gin company that has made that many different.
Which
flavors.
one? What's the flavor?
He's been doing like these wine flavored gins. Like
Mm,
the
interesting.
one that caught my eye was he did an MSM, a Grenache, but I'm obsessed with getting a bottle of the coconut. I want to try.
I want the
that.
coconut too. I want that one.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, he can't technically ship it to us.
Well, Stefan got it somehow.
But I
Yeah, how
think
did
he
Stefan
went
get
or
it?
had a friend who went.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stefan
Oh, is
had a
that what
friend
it
who
was?
went.
Oh, Stefan, tell us how you got it. We won't tell anybody. No one to find out.
He probably just got Steve to ship him one. He seems
No,
to be in the
because he
in crowd.
can't. He
Hey,
can't.
Andrew, how many?
Really?
Andrew, what
Well,
flavors
he
did you try? Andrew,
He could
know-
try.
Steve, just so you know, we'd all like sample bottles of your gin.
Yes,
And
we
we will
would.
gladly pay for the bottle and the shipping.
Or I can just fly there and get them.
Oh.
Just saying.
If you do that, if you do fly there,
International bootlegging operation.
I need you to.
I volunteer as tribute. I will bootleg gin.
Want in? I want in.
that sounds like a corporation. International bootlegging
It does,
operation.
doesn't it?
The
Yes, but it's-
IBO.
It's
the
just
IBO.
samples. All we're doing is sending samples out for review and tasting. That's all it is.
Andrew, how was the coconut gin, brother? Tell us about it.
Tangelo cello.
Sounds like tangerine and
Well, it's a limoncello made from tangerines. It sounds awesome.
I want to know about the
Actually-
coconut gin because me and Jess, we're all about the coconut
All about the
flavor.
coconut.
Yes. Be
Yeah.
All
careful.
about that base.
Coconut gin or coconut rum?
Both.
Andrew actually has an incredible collection of stuff. Like he's
Oh, he
does.
not-
See ya, Caesar.
Fun.
Bye,
Thanks for the
Caesar.
sub.
Later, Caesar. Thanks for stopping by, pal.
See you later.
Yeah. So, by the way, if you guys are watching and you are not subscribed to Angry Cocktails, he is our very surly Australian friend.
Very
And if you love vodka, he's the channel for you. He is the channel
He
for
will
Yeah,
you.
man.
give you
You guys head over
the
to Angry
best
Cocktails.
description of how to
Subscribe
use
Angry
vodka.
Cocktails.
He knows exactly how to use vodka.
Andrew, we got to get you on the show, but you're gonna have to like basically get drunk at noon. So,
I'd love to
something
have
you
him
would
on,
be okay
yeah.
with that.
He's, you know what? Use some non-alcoholic booze there, Andrew.
Caesar, good night. Thank you for joining us.
I don't think Andrew's
good
going
one.
anywhere near non-alcoholic.
I don't know what
He'd
you're
rather
talking
drink
about.
vodka, probably. All right, who's ready for round 3 of trivia, guys?
We'll do with
Yeah,
Andrew.
right.
We'll have Andrew as our guest, and we'll do vodka cocktails. That'll be our theme.
No, you need to
I
have
think
him
we
and Tim together so they can battle it out.
That's right.
All right, so here we go, folks. We're gonna do some. Jess, you gotta like this, Jess. This is some food-related questions.
All right.
Ooh.
She is Savage Kitchen after all. Which country came up with the dessert White Christmas, which is made from coconut oil and dried fruit?
I don't even know what that is.
I have no idea.
That sounds like it would probably be.
What country came up with something called White Christmas that is a dessert is made of coconut oil and dried fruit?
I feel like going to my local
East
bakery
Asian.
and be like, "Do you have any White Christmas?" And they're just gonna be like, "What the
Drug
fuck?"
deal.
Coconut oil. You know what? You totally got me there.
My man Matt is like, what?
I think we're all thinking that right now.
Andrew, taking one for the team. Thank you, sir.
There's
Ooh,
one
there we go.
person in this chat that should have the answer for that. I'm surprised maybe he doesn't know about it.
Iceman is censoring himself from saying anything.
Okay,
Dino, do
anybody?
you know what White
Anybody?
Christmas is?
Anybody? Going once, going twice. Answer is Australia.
Ah,
I thought Andrew would have that one. It's Australia.
What is it? Is it like a fruit cake? What's
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't know. It sounds like it is. Oh wait, Jess got it. I mean, Christine got it.
Hey, if you see it, can you like put up a picture for us?
Yeah, show us what it looks like. Maybe
I've never-
Andrew's too busy trying the coconut gin that he didn't have time to answer.
Oh, okay. Andrew says coconut gin is smooth, sweet with a light coconut flavor. Okay.
I like it. Oh, he missed the question.
Excuses, Andrew.
It's okay,
Andrew would know.
because-
Andrew, have you had White Christmas? Have you had White Christmas?
He's in Australia. They don't get.
And
White
I'm not
Christmas.
talking about the weather.
He's doing noble work for us.
So is that White Christmas right there?
Oh, it looks like fudge.
That looks fantastic.
It was pretty good.
Classic
I
no
eat the
bake
hell out of
White
that.
Christmas.
Yeah. I'm with you,
Darn.
Jess. I'd nibble the shit out of
Yeah,
it.
that looks awesome.
Okay, so we got some dried cranberries. We got some toasted almonds, sultanas. It's got a lot of dried fruit and stuff. Desiccated coconut, rice
Yeah.
bubbles. Yeah, that seems kind of fun.
Well, I see.
So
Yeah.
Andrew
And
doesn't
Andrew
like it.
doesn't like it.
No, he doesn't.
White
That's
Christmas.
it. I don't
not
like
coconut
it.
gin.
Why don't you
I'm,
like
not
it?
that, I'm not trying to be that obscure, Matt.
I don't know, it looks kind of good to me.
Okay, here's a fun one. Here's a fun one. Ready? Which company allegedly made the largest gingerbread man?
If
Pixar.
fruitcake made fudge. That's it.
No, it's a I'll say it's a store. It's a type of store.
Macy's.
What store made the largest gingerbread man?
Macy's.
No.
Sounds like a Kohl's or Macy's
Oh,
thing.
I have a guess here. Hold on. How do I go into the credits?
Pillsbury. I don't think Pillsbury's a store though.
It could be a store.
Chippendales would
Yeah.
not be correct, Matt. Chippendales would not be correct.
Like
Disney?
Chippendales, as in the
Rescue
strippers,
Rangers.
or
The
as
Rescue
in the
No, Jess.
No,
that's
check
a good
the
answer,
chat.
though,
Is
Jess.
that
I really
it?
like that answer, but it's wrong. IKEA, Christine.
Is it
Nice.
IKEA?
Really?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is it real? Damn.
It's really.
Hey, they got fantastic Swedish meatballs.
Cinnabon.
I never had their Swedish meatballs.
I've never had them either. I can't imagine they're that good.
They're good.
I'm sure they're fine, but
I like Swedish meatballs.
I do too, but I mean, I can't imagine. I'm not. Well, first of all, the closest IKEA to me is like 30 minutes away. I'm not driving that far for like mediocre Swedish meatballs.
No,
better
no,
be
you go there for the
outstanding
soul
Swedish
bringing
meatballs.
experience of being dragged through the maze.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not going in there to like go through a freaking like labyrinth
Actually,
of
they
stuff.
got
and like,
some. You don't have to, by the way, but they've actually got some really good, interesting stuff now.
a labyrinth of furniture that may or may not contain a minotaur.
So your wife says that you've had them, Rob.
We've had the IKEA meatballs. I
Rob,
don't remember having the IKEA
Rob,
meatballs.
you have been
Don't
told.
disagree with your wife. Not live.
You have been told.
I don't
After
remember
we're off-
getting
after
the
we're off
IKEA
air, you go
meatballs.
ahead and do whatever you want, but not live. She will embarrass you in front of all of us.
Well,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
take her
assume
side,
that
Rob.
we've had them, but I see. Okay, maybe that's how bad they are. That I just like. They were so unamazing. That
Oh, Rob,
I just don't
Fun,
remember.
amazing.
She said, and she wants some, which means that after this live, you got to drive to IKEA and I'll pick some up.
Yeah.
She likes Swedish meatballs. Get it right, Rob.
Christine,
All
you're
I can
100%
picture is
right,
the Swedish
Christine.
chef from the Muppets. The
Birdie, 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 birdie.
Yes, Vito's got it.
Jess, can you do your next cooking video with that? Just that accent
Who's
the
the
whole time?
Swedish chef?
Yep.
Hello, friends. Birdie, 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 birdie.
I'm all over it.
All right, guys, ready? Here's another one. Ready? Where do candy canes come from? Or where were they invented?
Well,
Santa.
Candy canes.
North Pole, obviously.
Where do they come from?
Sparrow told
Well,
me.
you see, there's the candy creature and the cane creature, and when they get together, they create.
They fell in love first.
No, they did not use Tinder. They did not swipe right.
There was no
You see, when a man and a woman really love each other.
When the candy puts its part into the cane part.
We need visual aids. I have some. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the answer is Germany, folks. Man, Germany's got like a stranglehold on Christmas, huh? You guys know that?
Germany's awesome.
They've got a total stranglehold on Christmas. All right, listen, this is for all our UK. I don't know if we have anyone here from the UK or whatever.
No,
But here's the question. Ready? In the UK, what do well-behaved kids get in their stockings?
A spanking.
I was gonna say.
Or- I don't
And
know,
not a
orange?
well-behaved man or woman. I mean, a child.
It's a little weird that we have a whole holiday based around like,
Krampus.
have you been a good girl this year?
What do I get if I've been bad, Santa?
Touch your toes, you know.
I think you downloaded the wrong Christmas story.
The OnlyFans Christmas story.
You ever see the adult version of "You're gonna shoot your eye out with this thing"?
In that version, what does the angel get? What happens when a
know.
bell rings?
You know.
Wings, feathers.
Come on, guys. What do kids in the UK get if they've been well behaved?
Kids in the
Candy?
UK.
Turkish
Kids
delight.
in the UK,
I was just gonna say maybe it's like Turkish delight.
which is weird though, because the UK is so many different countries. You would think each country has their own tradition.
Is it
Right, so it's a
Turkish
pretty-
delight?
I don't-
Colonialism.
There's that. There's that.
A different
Okay,
figgy
Vino.
pudding. That's it. Figgy pudding.
They get tangerines.
Yes. There's actually a reason for that. Do you know what the
Dave,
reason
you
is?
said yes. You knew the answer to that.
No, I knew the answer. But
You did.
yeah,
Oh, all right.
there's
That's
actually
like
a
the Godfather. Every time somebody dies, there's an orange. So Christmas is about oranges.
No, it's
Interesting.
not actually. They get an orange because an orange at one time was very hard to get and was considered a wealthy person's gift. So what they would do is they would give an orange. In fact, people, if you went back far enough, they would buy entire groups of people would go together to buy an orange that you could literally have a couple of sections because. No, it's true. Because
Sorry,
it was,
love that.
I'm laughing at this. Not that one. I'm laughing
But
at this
it-
comment.
but is a picture of Winston
Picture
Churchill.
of Winston Churchill.
But because oranges are not native
Can you imagine
to the
that being
UK,
actually the tradition?
you would give a single tangerine to a child, and they would be happy with this fantastic, sweet, orange, citrusy fruit.
So,
Succulent, succulent
wonder-
Chinese meal.
you know the chocolate oranges? I feel like that's such a Christmas thing. Like it's like a ball
Mm.
of chocolate.
Take it,
with
smash it.
sections.
Oh,
But
oh,
Jess,
you know-
that's not an American. That's not
Actually,
an American thing.
You want
That's
an
not our-
interesting Christmas fact that I learned today? In Japan, one of the most popular Christmas meals to have during the holidays is
Oh, yeah,
KFC.
Yep.
And
Where?
have a
In Japan, KFC.
And it actually dates back to a marketing campaign that KFC did in the 1970s in Japan, where they were basically promoting themselves as the official American Christmas meal.
That was my
That's
that was my
amazing.
next question, Rob. That was Matt knew it. That was my next question.
Was it really?
Yeah. It's actually
Well, it's
it's-
like Jewish people. They eat Chinese food there on Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's so.
Oh, so here it is. So Andrew says that the English called them satsumas.
Oh, someone was right with that.
What a weird name! It's like a Japanese name for a tangerine.
I never heard of that.
Satsumas.
But someone got that earlier. Someone actually put
Yeah,
that.
he
to it.
did. He
it was-
did.
it was.
Him and someone
Yeah,
else.
I
Him and
agree.
someone else.
the Succotash got it.
Oh yeah, there we go. Satsuma. I had no idea what the hell you guys were
Yeah,
talking
'cause that's
about.
what they're-
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was being like silly or something like that. All right, ready? So, if Elvis Presley can't have a white Christmas, what color Christmas would he want?
I love that song.
Peanut butter and bacon.
Yeah, Jess, you know the deal, Jess.
I know that song. That's a great one.
Oh, it's a great one.
Yep.
Come on, folks. What color Christmas?
By
would
the way,
Elvis
that
Presley-
movie, the Elvis movie. by
Oh,
Baz Luhrmann.
PJ nailed it. Woo, way ahead. Of
Yeah. PJ is in
job.
Vegas though.
Yeah,
He
but that,
should-
Yeah,
He should
PJ is
know
a
that.
Vegas guy. He should know the answer to that.
Yeah,
He's Mr.
of course.
Vegas.
Mr. Vegas.
like his blue suede shoes.
Yeah, everything with Elvis.
Rhinestones.
No, Rhinestones was Sylvester Stallone was one of his very first movies. The Rhinestone Cowboy.
Rhinestone.
All right, so we're gonna get like
Cowboy.
real kind of heavy here with this question.
Oh,
Okay.
we're
The
getting
candy
heavy.
cane seems like such an innocent candy, doesn't it?
Not after our
But-
conversation.
But yeah, true that. This is gonna make the answer to this question even more fucked up. Well, watch.
Okay, demonetization.
Do I get
Three,
to-
2, 1.
Don't
So
get me
why? All right,
demonetized.
ready? Why are candy canes red and white in color?
Red and white.
Why are candy canes red and white in color?
I don't know.
I'm
This
not
is
saying.
this
I'm not saying a word.
I'm
is
not sure
pretty
why.
wicked, actually. I don't know if this is. I mean, it says it's true, so
Because
but the internet doesn't lie, right?
many elves
Yeah,
died.
Abe Lincoln said it.
All right, guys. Why are candy canes red and white? Let's see them
Sometimes
real-
they're green.
no, but traditionally, Rob, not
Blood. Well, it's got to be blood. I
No,
don't
probably.
know what.
It
Blood is
probably
one of
has to
them.
do with the.
I don't know
spelling of
what the
blood and skull.
context is because, but I'm sure it's blood.
Here we go. The candy cane stick.
is that a green and white and red one though? Green, red, and white.
No,
No,
just
it's
red and
red.
white.
Okay, regular.
Oh, do
Okay,
I need
ready?
green?
So here's the answer, and it's pretty deep.
Is Jess going to be grossed out by her
Oh,
candy cane?
Amanda got it.
She got it.
Yeah. So the red represents the
Really?
blood of Christ, and the white represents the purity of Christ.
What does the green represent? Like the mint of
That,
Christ?
that's a real candy canes is just red and white.
So, you guys remember forgetting Sarah Marshall?
What happens is that I don't know what happens.
And there's this whole scene where Russell Brand is trying to teach the newlyweds how to have sex.
Oh God.
That's for some reason, like that's what that reminds me of. Like if this is the blood and body of Christ, I feel like I should put it down. I feel a little dirty.
You know,
Okay, guys. So
I think
we
to
have
make
we have
that,
a
Rob.
request
We
here.
have to make
What
What's the
it.
what goes
request?
into the mint of Christ?
Oh, we're definitely gonna get banned in some countries.
You three are going to hell, bro. I'm good.
Hey,
I'm
I
good.
put it down.
We got some peppermint
I'm
schnapps,
good.
that's for sure.
I go to mass every Sunday. I'm good.
Go extra for me, will you?
I wait a lot of candle for all three of
Say
you
a couple
guys.
extra Hail Marys for me, please.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I go to
Mint
confession. I
Christ.
gotta be like, Father, I sinned. It wasn't me, but I was there, so I guess it was.
Wasn't me, but I was there.
Yeah, I sinned by association.
I sinned by association. Exactly.
I can't wait to see what the
There we
mint
go.
price
All right,
is
ready?
like.
Ready?
It's just-
how about this? How about this
It's
answer?
just
How about this question?
creme de menthe and Jägermeister. That's all.
In which country do people celebrate Christmas by gathering on the beach?
That's got to be
On
a
the
tropical
beach.
country.
It's probably gonna be something like Vanuatu or like an island nation.
It's certainly not Canada.
I don't know. Those maybe in Prince Edward Island.
Well, I'm sure some of the folk up north, the polar bear clubs, they go and they take dips in the sub-zero weather.
No, that would
Ooh,
be
Iceman got it.
Australia.
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 About 1%
Yeah,
of
1%.
Australia.
Why does it sound like
This is
something
Germany
you do at
again.
a nudist beach?
When in doubt, Germany.
All right, folks. So here's my last trivia question for you guys. Ready?
Yeah.
Which country is known to have a tradition of a witch dropping gifts for children through the chimney on Christmas?
Russia?
La Bifana?
Which
Mhm.
which country has a tradition of a witch dropping gifts down the chimney for Christmas?
It's Germany again, isn't it?
No,
Actually,
I promise
no.
you, it's not the Germans.
No, that
Is the witch's name La Bifana? Because that is the Christmas witch.
The witch would probably have a vowel at the end of her name. There's a clue.
the Baba Yaga? No, I'm kidding.
Baba Yaga.
No.
If I knew her name, it would probably have a vowel at the end of it. There's a nice hint for you.
Everyone's saying Germany again.
Yeah, I have no idea on this one.
Oh, Amanda again. Yo, Rob, your wife is smart.
Oh, Italy.
Nice.
Italy.
Nice.
Italy.
You married up, Rob. You married up.
Wait, Andrew, the Welsh Christmas tradition is the best. What is the Welsh Christmas?
What is it, Rob?
Yeah.
Andrew, tell us. The answer is Italy, by the way. It is Italy.
Cool.
wanna see
What's
what-
the name?
oh,
What's the name of the
Bifana.
Christmas witch?
I was right. La Bifana.
I don't know her name.
La Bifana. That's it.
Are you serious?
I was right. I
made
knew
that up?
I knew
You
the
got it
witch's
right?
name.
How's
I
that
didn't know where she
possible?
was from.
Oh, so you heard the name before?
Yeah, I've heard the name of the witch. Exactly. Well, in the she's a character in the Santa Claus show on Disney Plus.
Hmm.
No, your wife has fact books. She has
Yes.
notes and information.
She,
I didn't realize that was a category of book.
Fact
it is
books?
a
Oh yeah.
category.
Also known as encyclopedias.
Yeah.
No, but no,
I think
these are just
I
like
think-
these are-
No,
I think
there's
that's what I
100
know
Technically,
facts.
yes, but-
Yeah.
100
No,
books
she
of
has
facts,
these books
no.
for the
In Canada, they call it
facts,
fact
like
books.
who invented.
When you go to the library, can I get a fact book, please? Starting with A through
You
C.
can though. You can. It's usually like like 1,000 strange facts, and it's just like a series of weird. facts.
Like the
love it.
Ripley's Believe It or
Probably
Not book.
awesome.
Yeah, kind of like the Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah.
They're one of those things.
Okay. Well, guys,
They're
look, I don't
kinda
know
fun.
about you guys. I had a blast.
Oh, absolutely.
I had a blast. This
Absolutely.
was so fun.
We got okay. What are
This
we
is great.
finishing? We got to finish with a shot.
We got to take a shot. We got to take one shot before we go.
Of
You
what?
know the tradition, Jess.
All right, what are we looking at here? I've got just quagmire of booze I'm staring at.
Well, I know the kind of shot we should be doing.
No.
Yes. Smith and Cross. Soon to be.
All right,
Please
what
be
are we
joking.
mixing it with?
Smooth and cross, a smooth yet funky.
Overproof
Oh my
rum.
God. Why don't we make something Christmassy and minty? The mint.
Oh,
of
you want to
Christ.
make a mix shot?
Ooh,
Let's make a mint
let's-
of Christ.
let's make the mint of Christ.
The mint of Christ.
It's half Smith and Cross, half Fernet. How about
Yes!
that?
No, it was Jaeger. Wasn't it Jaeger or something?
It was
I don't have
Jaeger
Jaeger.
and
yeah.
peppermint.
Fernet.
Jaeger and peppermint.
Yeah, well, Fernet will give you the mint.
Yeah.
All right,
Or
so
we can
Stefan
do
says
like
Smith and
peppermint.
Cross with mint. Oh my lord.
Smith
Okay.
and Cross. Okay, but what's the mint? Is it Fernet or is it like creme de menthe?
Creme de menthe.
Creme de
I
menthe?
don't have creme de menthe. Let's do Fernet.
All
Let's
right,
do
whatever
Fernet,
you got.
everyone.
Smith and Cross and Fernet.
Yeah.
Yep. Woo wee. That is.
Hold on. Let me get the
different.
Fernet.
Are we gonna stir that up?
No.
No.
Straight to the glass? Woo wee.
Straight to the. Just half it up. Half.
My lord. My lord.
Trust me, it's gonna.
half and half. Oh, good God.
This is Rob. I think this is the one time that Smith and Cross might not save the cocktail.
Apparently, my wife
This
mentioned
is,
in
you
the
know,
mentioned in the
this is like
comments.
diesel fuel.
Oh yeah, she straight up mentioned it. So we got a third kid on the way.
Oh yes, that's right.
Congratulations.
To you both.
Wow.
She wanted it mentioned. So
And guys, what they did not announce is that they're naming it Vino. So I'm so honored by that.
What?
So honored by that.
Vino's the middle name. David's the first
little
name.
Vino.
Well, I can't wait till it's a girl and her name is Jessica.
Little Vino David. David.
Thanks everyone.
That's
Uh,
wonderful.
And that's why I wasn't. I know Christine
I-
was like, "Why aren't you giving her cocktails?" That's why.
All right, this is gonna be.
I love that you're stirring it with your peppermint stick.
My
Well,
brain
Why are
is
you using
so
a,
full.
Vino,
Really
why are
imparting
you using
those
a
mint
small shot
flavors.
glass?
All right.
Oh my
This
God.
is a
how
little
big is
more
that
than a shot for
Rob?
me.
Jesus.
Little Vino, Jessica, two swords.
Oh, boy.
I like that.
Cheers to you all. Listen, everyone, please have a happy holidays. We love you. Thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Cheers.
holidays.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
Oh,
Holy God.
Well, I don't know where the Fernet went.
Actually, if my mouth weren't on
It's-
fire, that's kind of delicious.
That's actually
On
It
the,
tastes
on
like-
the
what
It
mint
needs
is on
to
the
be
back end.
diluted.
it
The
has
mint
like
is
a,
on the
it
back
has
end.
like a wet sock.
That's
I think it was like
the
it was
cross.
definitely
okay.
it
Vino.
was definitely very
no more wet
cross
socks for
four,
you.
but the mint is lingering. I like the mint.
The
is
mint's lingering. Yeah, the mint's
Yeah,
lingering.
Happy holidays.
Lingering.
Merry Christmas.
Woo.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, every single one of you, for coming out to watch the live stream with our,
Yes, yes.
Yes,
the
we
four
really
friends and
appreciate
all of you. Now, Vino, send us off, please.
All right,
Oh,
folks.
yes.
Listen again. Happy holidays. Thank you all for stopping by. And remember, when life gives you lemons, you make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.